fam, I was sitting here trying to wait till this game ends, but they're going to be playing all night, apparently. Neither one of them are getting anything done. It's anybody's game. So we'll keep an eye on the Giants and Commanders because it actually directly affects us. But, fam, Murphy's Law was out yesterday. My God. Cincinnati's clobbered the Hawks last Thursday night to secure the number 3 position in the playoffs bracket. The Niner faithful trade attention on the Vikings versus the Colts. Oh my goodness, first half, yeah, people popping champagne. We'll get that number 2 seed. The number 2 playoffs position for the Niners appeared to be extremely possible after a huge first half lead over Minnesota by Indianapolis. You guys had an embarrassingly large cushion. What the hell happened? Well, that didn't happen, did it? We're not number 2. And now it's nip and tuck all the way to the last game of the season. I didn't want that because all we had to do was win yesterday and win out. It's ours. No. So tonight, after going over the results of this week 15 NFL schedule scores and how the Niners were affected, we'll be going to the phones for your reaction. Indy was trying. They were trying. I know they were trying. But my God, that was pathetic. The largest deficit Anyway, fam, how mad were you watching that Vikings-Colts game? Minnie was down 33-zip at one point, as I mentioned. Who would have even pretended to know that the Vikes would even mount to come back unless... Nah. Did the mob get involved here? Nah, come on. No. The mob's boxing. But anyway, that was the biggest lead erased in NFL history. 39-36 win in overtime and clinching the NFC North. Vikings loss would put the Niners in the driver's seat for the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs. Instead, they remain situated with the number 3 seed after the Vikings' unbelievable victory. Each team has 3 games remaining on their schedule. Niners will host Commanders on Christmas Eve and then travel to Vegas to deal with the Raiders before closing the regular season against the pathetic Cardinals. But meanwhile, the Vikings will close out the regular season against the Giants at home and then the Packers and Bears on the road. Now, what are the odds? But Philly had all they could handle with the Bears today. Could the Bears rise up finally and reach their potential? Because they got a long way to go before they reach their potential. So if the Bears beat up on the Vikings, hey, wait a minute, that's a conference game, isn't it? It is. See, because it's going to come if somehow we can tie these people before we go into that last week. I think it means who has the best conference record, right? The Niners have already assured themselves nothing worse than the number 3 seed by winning the NFC West just the other day with that beat down of Gene C and the Hawks team. And Gene. So the good guys are guaranteed to open the postseason at Levi Stadium. That's a wonderful thing because you contrast that with what happened to us last year. We were like Willie Nelson out there on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. We was on the road again that whole time. Going to Dallas and cleaning house there. Going to Green Bay and freezing butt. I mean, come on, man. We're not going to go through all that. So Coach Shanahan knows that the number 2 seed might increase the Niners' chances of reaching the Super Bowl again. Coach Shanahan responded after being asked about the importance of finishing the regular season strong, and the man said, quote, "I think you have to be smart. I mean, you never just want to stop. You can't lose your edge." Translation, I'll be running my main dogs into the fourth quarter even if we're up by 30 with 5 minutes left on the clock. Coach continued with saying, quote, "It's not something you can turn on and off," unquote. Fam, the number 2 seed is something we got to keep, man. Ooh, I want that so bad. Could mean 2 home playoff games to begin with for the Niners and perhaps even hosting the NFC Championship. The Eagles don't have to win. They probably will, but they don't have to. And what if they don't? Woo! Because we are going to roll. It'll be shades of 2019 when we got to get. Did we go on the road in 2019? No. Aaron came and got killed. We had to go to Minnie, I think. Anyway, so the Niners will keep playing hard while hoping for a Minnesota loss. Shanahan continued saying, quote, at the same time, you need to be smart. It's very important to get home games. So we'll do everything we can to do that, but by no means at the expense of risking someone that we shouldn't be doing. Kyle, Kyle, I'm going to hold you to that, guy. You got to take it. If I see Christian McCaffrey or any of the starters running out there with 3 minutes to go, Kyle, man, you really, Kyle, let it go, Kyle. We know what's happened to you in the past, but let it go. Keep your head on straight. With only a couple minutes to go and you're up to 20 points, you can let people sit down. You can. Trust. Do it, Kyle, please. Now, if the season ended today, the Niners would host the Commanders or Giants, of whom share the 7-5-1 record in the first round of the playoffs. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen here. And we're waiting to see what's going to happen here because right now it's 17-12. New York, Washington seems to be mounting a little bit of a presence here. We've seen them come back, and you figure if Washington can beat Philly, they probably can beat the Giants. We'll see what happens. Man, just look at the NFC picture, though, right now. Philly's number 1, Minnie's number 2. We, the good guys, are number 3. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is that's another conversation altogether, fam. The Bucs are 6-7. No X for them yet. No clinch. The Dallas Cowboys come in next at number 5. 6, the Commanders, New York Giants, Commanders and Giants are fighting out for that position. What do we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's going to be 8 games. So it's really funny because the Seahawks and the Lions are now tied at 7-7. You know, if I quit betting because I got broken up with that years ago. But if I were going to bet between Detroit and Seattle, I think teams that we beat tend to go through a downward spiral after we whoop up. Look at Miami. Miami looks like booty. What's wrong with them? It was cold in Buffalo. Nobody should have to play football in Buffalo. And Buffalo should stop making people come there. It's the 21st century Buffalo. Build the damn facility. Everybody else is doing it. Even the Vikings did. Stand around all that cold weather. And is it an advantage? But I understand the Bills were hoping for that snow. You know, in the snow at the end of the game, we could barely see the game anymore. Yeah, the Bills were hoping for that. Is that an advantage for cold weather teams? Anyway, 7-7 for the Hawks, 7-7 for Lions. Packers, you are definitely out of it. Here's the thing, though, fam. I'm looking at Carolina Panthers at 5-9. Tony, that's you, man. 5-9. If you can muster up 2 more wins on the season, do you realize you could win the South? The Panthers or the Falcons are in the mix. And Tom Brady, as I said, we beat teams and they turn to boo-boo. They can't win. Wait, what do I say? Hey, as a matter of fact, Brady, you're 6-8, aren't you, Tom? Yeah. 6-9. How come Tom Brady, how come 5? How many games have they played? 6-8? 14? There's something wrong with those numbers. Anyway, Panthers and Falcons put themselves right up neck and neck with Tom and company as early as next week. The 2022 playoff format will be the same as it was last year, with 14 teams making the postseason, while 7 teams from each conference make the playoffs. Only the number 1 seeds get a bye to the divisional round. As you already know, the other 12 teams have to start from the wild card round of their respective conferences. NFC 7 playoff berths. First seed gets bye to divisional round of NFC wild card round. We're number 2 seed versus number 7 wild card. Number 3 that's us versus number 6, and number 4 versus number 5. So, fam, you know the NFL decided to expand the playoff format from 12 to 14 teams last year, ending that format that ran from 1990 to 2020. It was a second modification to the football postseason, which had already expanded from 10 to 12 teams in 1990. You know, I think about this. You know, the World Cup fever is going everywhere right now. The way the trend is going, the NFL playoffs may finally start to resemble World Cup football with double eliminations. Can you imagine, fam? Can you imagine 2 months of playoff action? I mean, teams couldn't stand it. It's too rough of a game. You'd be down to nobody. But you got to cut back. What if they did cut back to a 14-game season and had double elimination? Because sometimes teams lose in the first round of the playoffs that really shouldn't, and then they come back and get a second shot and see what happens. I actually kind of like to set some legislation to redo the playoff situation for the NFL, but that's not going to happen. So anyway, I was just entertaining that thought. I thought, wow, wouldn't that be intense? You lose once, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll correct some of the things we did wrong. We'll be back. We'll play another lesser team, or we'll move to another bracket. And okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, fam. What I wanted to talk about tonight was your reaction on, and first, whether you'd rather have New York or the Commanders. We haven't went all the way yet. We got to still play 3 more games. The seeding could change, but we're locked. We're locked at number 3, so it doesn't matter. So if there's anybody that's locked, it's Philly, us, and that's between, of course, the Vikings, right? Hey, Red Man. Thanks, Red Man. And hey, Mike.
Ronbo, long time no see you, bro.
I saw your name flash. So there's a Mike. I remember somebody named Mike. Hi, Mike. Good to have you back again, Mike.
I was a screamer, remember?
Oh, I used to love that. That's right. That was hilarious. I missed that. You got to do that before you leave tonight, too.
Oh, I will.
Yo, Mike.
How you been, dude?
Oh, great. This has been such a strange year. I mean, when was the last time a team went through
Dude,
3 quarterbacks?
hasn't it been such an emotional fucking whirlwind this season? It's so insane.
It makes
you can't
no
make
sense.
up these storylines. Mr. Irrelevant guy comes in. No one thinks he's going to be anything. And then now he is something.
Ass.
Bro, he's got 2 more games still to even improve.
And we won the NFC West, Mike. You're right. The storylines go on and on and on.
Felt so good. Yeah, there's a lot yet to be decided. I think that Tampa Bay has said that it didn't matter if they lost that today, they have secured that division. And Minnesota won too. So all your
that is over.
All your divisions are pretty much decided, except Philly. If Philly lost out and Dallas won out, they could win that division. We know that's not going to happen. Dallas.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, as I said, the
Dallas
Cowboys
ain't gonna
lost
win.
today.
Yeah, no, but they're good.
You're joking, right?
They got at Tennessee and they have Philly next week at home, which is
Cowboys.
Maybe winnable for them. But then they have at Tennessee and then at Washington to finish the season. So good luck.
And they're not, Washington within that division. Every team in there now knows each other to the point now. You guys think you're badass? Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. And because Commanders
back
will beat
to our
you up.
team now. Back to the real team that's not playing dress up pretend Cinderella contenders. Like the rest of the NFC playing dress up.
Yeah.
I was watching the Eagles try to tackle Justin Fields. I'm like, that's how a championship team tackles. It's
they can't
pathetic,
stop the
Ronbo.
run,
I'm
Mike.
tired of the fucking NFL. They all hate us, dude. They don't give us any credit. We're, no one's giving the Niners any chance. They're talking about, Philly this, Philly that. They're not impressive to me. I really have not seen them win like in an impressive fashion other than a handful of games against trash teams. And I know our schedule hasn't been great, but look what we're doing on defense, Ronbo.
Teams don't get anything from us in the second half, Mike. They struggle to get what they get in the first half. And the 49ers say, well, you guys got all you got. I hope you got all you need because we're not giving up anything in the second half. So, it's hilarious.
And now our defense can score.
And did?
Now our defense is putting up points, too. Basically. I mean, he didn't get in, but,
But we're still putting ourselves in position. We're taking away from them. And if we get nothing, we get 3 points at least minimum, right? So, yeah, we're We're ridiculous.
I'm feeling good about it, Ronbo. I really thought that our season was over when Jimmy went down. I thought I had a good 24 hours that I had to get through having thoughts of self-harm before I was like, all right, hey, wait a minute, this kid might actually be something.
But you didn't know what to expect because we never seen him at all. You saw him in preseason, and I heard good things about him. But you hear good things about everybody.
Quarterbacks just to find our guy.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how well he does, because defenses are probably going to try to do different things with him between now and the end of the season. But he can prove
Yeah,
whether he can deal with the heat between now and the end of the season.
man,
He's got plenty of time.
Ronbo, he played for a shitty line in Iowa State. He knows how to navigate that. He totally, I went and watched his college highlights, and he looks good. Like, he honestly looks. I hate to say it, but he looks better than Jimmy right now.
And
I mean, Jimmy's 30. He's kind of doesn't really have that mobility that this kid has.
And we'll see. The thing is, with experience, Brock may be even better than we even imagined. Because the thing is, if he played behind a bad offensive line, that's good training. I didn't know about that. Did he play bad at school? Interesting.
Yeah, it was at Iowa State. Yeah, and he also said, not only was Arizona State, his high school, he was the Arizona best. His senior year, he was the best high school player in Arizona State. He threw for like 48 touchdowns, something ridiculous. Yeah. And then started as a freshman, came in, played as a freshman because the sophomore who was a senior got injured. The sophomore played like shit, and he came in and kept the job the entire and set school records at Iowa State. He can play.
He's amazing. And I think he's one of those guys that says, you're going to tell me I can't do something because I'm 6'1" and I look like I weigh about 195 and I look like I'm over 14? Well, just give me the ball.
He's got it up in between the ears, Ronbo. He's not letting he's not letting, the game be too big for him and the moment be too big for him. I feel like I feel like we got about a good 80% chance to fucking get this thing done, which is really good odds.
And he looks calm, nothing flat. He never gets. You never see him get frazzled out there.
Ronbo,
really
he came in. He didn't throw a pass from Sunday till Thursday. Not even in practice. He was hurt. They didn't think he was going to be able to play, and they came in through 11 of 11 in the loudest stadium in the fucking NFL. This kid, oh god, frothing out the mouth, Ron. And our defense, they feel it, dude. They sense the urgency. They're going to start playing lights out even more, Ronbo. I feel sorry for some of the opposing quarterbacks.
I can't wait till next Sunday. I know the opposing quarterbacks need that. That's why I love Geno Smith looking all frustrated out there the whole time. What is this? I've never seen this kind of a pass rush. Come on, you guys block. He's going down. Geno.
All right, Ronbo. Well, you probably got a lot of callers, so I won't take up too much for your time. But are you going to be on later this week or?
Probably. We'll come back Wednesday.
I know it's the holiday and whatnot this week.
It's a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday because we'll see what Kyle Shanahan's going to be talking about them. Yeah, Mike, get back here Wednesday. Be looking for you.
All right. I will. All right, I'll give you a quick shout here.
Oh, please, Mike. I love it. Nobody does that. Like, can you imagine sitting next to Mike at a football game? Mike, have a great night.
You too, Ronbo. Love you, brother.
Back at you, fam. Hey, it's the great Barzini. Barzini.
You? Ronbo.
Buzz, it's such an intense time of the year. You got the holidays coming on. You got 49ers. We're in the mix, It's so good to be alive, my God. Buzz, I was asking people between the Giants, and I spoke too soon, but between the Giants and Commanders, Buzz, you already know who it's going to be, don't you? Who's winning this game?
Tomorrow.
I'm talking about right now.
Commanders are going to win.
Commanders going to win this. Okay. They're playing right now.
Oh, yeah.
And you already said it, though, because if you didn't know, the Commanders look like they're about to go and march it in. It's early in the fourth quarter. This game seems like it's going on forever. But, it's been – Giants were winning. But, you can only Saquon a team so long before, it runs out of gas.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 4. But I didn't get no prediction on this one this week, Ronbo, because I wasn't able to get in after our victory on after we beat up on them dirty little sea chickens. So
we haven't talked to you since, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, because I had to work them last 2 nights, but we beat up on them dirty little sea chickens, and
that look on Geno's face
and Brock
was hilarious.
Did his thing, and I think this team that we have going now, they're ready to set history because, see, not only for the Migos defense and for Kyle's ego, because Kyle has a huge ego, and I'm going to just continue to say it. And having an ego sometimes is a good thing. Kyle wants to win this because he would automatically be deemed great as Belichick if he won with this rookie. So we got to keep riding this high, Ronbo. I want to ride this. I don't want to jump off the Brock train either. You know?
May not, because if he gets red hot, and it's all about convincing Kyle. He is still a rookie, and they got Jimmy healing up. Now that's going to be what happens. What is Kyle going to do? Is he going to make Brock sit down and bring Jimmy in, or what is he going to do? Because as I say, if Kyle could go all veterans all the time, he would. So we'll
He
find
would,
out.
but you got to go with the hot. He got to go with the hot hand. Here's what you're saying right there, right? Okay. So Jimmy's been to a couple NFC championships. Jimmy's been to the Super Bowl. Let's just say hypothetically he did and Jimmy lost it. They would have his tail for lunch. They would have him for lunch. ESPN, because this is a Cinderella story. Okay? The kids from Arizona, the kids, like you said, we don't know his upside. We don't know if we could be sitting on possibly the next Brady. I know we all getting ahead of ourselves, and we all are, all of us. But that's the beauty of it. We don't know what we got, and you don't know what you got until you let it play out. If Kyle was the one to interrupt that, even Belichick didn't interrupt that. See, remember when Bledsoe healed up and Bledsoe was ready to go that next playoff game, and Belichick stayed with Brady. And everybody forgets that Tom Brady started off a game manager.
True.
Everybody think Tom Brady started off as the great Tom Brady. No.
No.
He won them first couple Super Bowls by vintage field goals.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. And we
kicker.
could conceivably win with the defense if nothing else. Because you know how playoff football is going to be a different thing. You got now the DCs, they start to do crazy things like they do every year. It's usually the quarterback is usually not the biggest part of the equation when playoff football. It's usually some of the other working parts. But you're right. It would still look good to have said I went in there with a rookie quarterback and I still won.
Right. And not only that gives him everything he wants. You see, that feeds his narcissistic mindset because we all know Kyle is a narcissist. And that's okay.
And he wants to be the guy, the reason they win.
Know Belichick is,
yeah.
Right. And Belichick is a huge narcissist. It's okay. Phil Jackson was a narcissist, but he put it under the cloak of, I'm zen, I'm peace and loving.
Yeah,
but
that triangle was pretty serious.
The thing.
Oh, look at
the triangle was serious, but the thing is, you wanted to get it done, and you see, that's the goal is to get it done, and the goal right now, Brock, for all of us, has represented healing, because we were half Jimmy and we were half Trey, and we ain't got neither one of them. So I just feel like as a fan base, we've all came behind Brock. We haven't had no healing like this at all with the whole Jimmy and Trey thing. So now I feel more healing. Even that day at the stadium, I was there at the game. When I go to the bar, watch the game, we're all on board with Brock right now. None of us, because we were afraid the season was over. So none of us are spewing out any negativity saying that the kid can't do it. We all want to see the kid do it. So we haven't been that way. Think about that. Think about 49er fans, because we're nutcases, all of us, Ronbo, but we haven't all been on the same accord all year until this kid came. So we're all saying, look, let's ride this. Let's ride out a 9-game win streak, a 6-game win streak. Get us the Super Bowl and we'll be happy. And then we can reevaluate after all that. Because more than anything, our number one goal, and this is what I have to tell some of the younger faithful, they don't know Ronbo. They're not as old as you and I and some of the other faithful. We don't have no expectation of a playoff. We're not the Detroit Lions. We're not the Arizona Cardinals. We're not the Minnesota Vikings. We're not the Atlanta Falcons. Our expectation is a Lombardi. And anything less than a Lombardi is just a disappointment. It's a disappointment. And I tell you what, with this kid being from Arizona and me being here in Arizona, Ronbo, this one will be more special than anything. And I tell you what, my fingers is crossed, and I'd like to have it.
Hopefully you do, because winning number 6, that would be such relief.
Yes.
Man, we got to get through this though. Got to get the playoffs even to get there. But yeah.
Yes, and I will tap in later in the week before Christmas Eve. Bazzini, I have the picks for you guys. because I appreciate the faithful and I appreciate the platform. Ronbo, shout out to you. Shout out to production. Shout out to everybody that's been making money on Bozzini's picks, because I know y'all out there. Y'all ain't got to say it, but I know y'all like, oh, this guy's made me a little something. But you know what? Hey, you thank Ronbo, and next time you log on to Ronbo, hit that boom and hit Ronbo with some of those residuals, because Ronbo gives us the platform, and he deals with all of us and all our different egos from top to bottom. And Ronbo, I'm grateful for you this Christmas season, this holiday season, and to all the faithful, I love you guys, and I'll be checking in next time.
Boss, that's just a really nice thing to say, and I want to double back and say, Boss, the show takes on a whole different complexion every time you get in here. I love it, man. Thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you too.
All right, bang bang, not a gang.
All right, fam. Have a great day. I'll see you midweek. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, everybody's a part of the cast of characters on this program. It's just a fun time. And speaking of the man that must be laughing on both sides, I mean all over the place, Big Bill, the Dallas Cowboys hater. Bill, what?
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Why couldn't what was it, the Bears? Why couldn't the Bears just hold out, man? Come on, I'm disgusted.
I know, right?
We got to go to the Cowboys.
The seeding is not. Well, the Giants look like they're going to pull this off because Taylor Heineke couldn't hold on to the ball. But I think we're going to. Well, do we end up playing the Giants? Bill, who did you rather play, the Commanders or the Giants?
Commanders. It ain't gonna matter. Commanders, they got to do their job, but we got to have Philly lose out the remainder of the games. Cowboys will probably lose one of their games, so it can still even out with Philly. And I do not think that Minnesota's going to hold out. They struggled. They were down 33-0, and the Colts did what the Colts did to choke it off. Oh my goodness, are you joking?
Yeah,
Is what it is.
Yeah, we got 3 weeks ago. Bill, there's going to be a lot of drama in the next 3 weeks as far as winning and losing games. It really is. Because now all the pretenders are getting slapped down, and the real teams are coming through, I mean, crystal clear. Who's the baddest? So, I can't wait to see what the dust settles in a couple of weeks, Bill. We're going to find out. As long as we beat the Raiders. And there are those who say, we can afford to lose to the Raiders. What we need to do is get everything done between now and then. I said, no. Let's not let the Raiders have anything to talk about because they never stop. So.
Lose to the Raiders? Who's saying we're going to lose to the Raiders?
No, I
it'd
just
be
said.
It'd be a cold day, and whatever, we lose to the Raiders. I can't say it on your show. But
they won today.
We're losing to the Raiders. If you predict we're losing to the Raiders when we win, do not come up in here acting like you're a Niner fan. Not if we win, but when we win. We are not losing to those sorry Raiders.
And I know. Divisional leaders, they still say Tampa Bay. Mike just said it's pretty much a done deal. But if Tampa Bay loses next week, and I don't know how it's Tampa Bay 6-8. These other guys got 9 losses and they're only 1 game behind. Anyway, that's 5-8, 5-9, 5. Yeah, it's very strange.
Well, I think the Saints got somebody they're not going to be able to beat. I don't know. I got to look at the Saints schedule. Those are the only ones really contending, I think, in the Panthers. But really, I don't see it happening. It's pretty much what you see is with the playoffs. They're going to be leveled out. It's just who gets the number 1 seed, who gets the number 2 seed, and who gets the number 3 seed. That's what we're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go no lower than a 3 seed.
I know. But
are we going to play for the number 2? I mean, because it's going to happen. I mean, if anybody thinks that it's not going to happen, we're going to be contending really good for a very long time on it. So I'm not really worried.
Yeah, Bill, I got to tell you, though, I just don't want to be bothered with the Lions. There's something going on with Detroit that looks like one of those mojos, you know? Detroit beat the
Detroit.
Jets today.
Detroit's a nobody. Why are you worried about Detroit?
Not
We can
worried.
beat Detroit, Ronbo.
I'm just concerned with the way they're playing, and they seem to be getting better every week. It's like somebody made a mistake at the end of the season. When they had a 2% chance of making the playoffs, when they went 1-6, and Don Bird was in here, we were just clowning him. All of a sudden, they're sneaking into the playoffs. How the hell did they do
They
that?
won't beat us. They have a face of defense like ours. So
Well, I
while
want them
you're
to
over
play.
there worried about Detroit, I'm not worried.
I just want them to
They'll
play
fold
the Eagles. I want the Lions to play the Eagles first. I want to see if the Eagles can survive that. I would bet against them. I think the Lions would beat them.
The Eagles would have a fiesta over Detroit. They would have themselves some line meat. I'm not gonna lie.
They would come out their clothes would be raggedy hanging off them though. But because the Lions now, they got a kid back. Apparently he was a rookie, a wide receiver. I forget his name. He has made a huge difference in their offensive attack. I don't know. I just don't want to be bothered with them. I want somebody else to play them. I'd like to see Philly and Detroit play each other first, and then the Lions, we could still get by them by somebody else having to play them like the Cowboys. Can you imagine in the final game of the year, going to the Super Bowl, we're playing the Lions and NFC? I said, and I'll tell everybody that day, you know, you guys, I told you that Lions team, there's something very mysterious going on with that team, and I don't like it. You know, so we'll see.
I'm not worried. If they do something, they come to us all banged up. I mean, I'm not really concerned about
Can't come from Wild.
no Lions. I mean, I'm telling you, everybody's like overreacting over
Everything.
the Lions and
Yeah.
Philly's had an okay schedule, but they wouldn't be able to beat us. And I don't really want to. I want to face the Cowboys at home at their stadium and beat them and slap them around a little bit at their home.
Oh, so badly. Oh, I love watching the Cowboys cry. I just wish we could go ahead. Hey, Cowboys, listen, don't worry about coming here. We'll come to your place and watch those fans in the stands.
Wish we never faced those Niners again. They're talking all the trash. They could beat us. We ain't played nobody, and we just go and send them home. That would be a musical day for me. Okay, we ain't played who? I guess you're a nobody. Okay, we ain't played nobody. We're going to the Super Bowl. Thanks for the win.
Yeah. Oh.
They better watch what they say because they'll be marked as a nobody.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. I mean, right now, I already see the Giants winning. Kind of wanted the Commanders to pull it off, so New York can play a lot harder.
They're down around the 30-yard line, the Washington team is. And you know what? If they get a touchdown and go for two, all of a sudden it's an overtime situation.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's 20-12, and Washington's driving with a fury down the field.
They were playing pretty hard, but, you know, they had to overcome what we had to overcome, the refs. I mean, you know, no offense, but I kind of feel, you know, I want them to be. Yeah, those refs are trying to decide things. They need to let the people play, you know, on behalf of speaking out to get you scumbags. I mean, referees, I mean, it's whatever. Don't be turning on us on that.
If the Vikings now there's another team that may have been energized. They came back from 33 points down. Hell, in the fourth quarter it was 36-7. And I'm trying to understand now. Did they give you what you needed to win out? They got a couple of games they got to play. They're not going to win them all, I don't think. But still, man.
I don't want us to go against a hungry Washington football team that, you know, it could like be a trap game for us. I really don't want that happening.
Not in the playoffs. No matter who you play in the playoffs, just take it seriously. It's between next week. Next week, you're right. They're gonna be all pissed off next week if they manage to lose. This game.
We don't need them mad. We need them like tired off,
not caring,
and you know, not ready for our defense.
Bill, I'm telling you what.
So
I'll be back. I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
Give me a 49er shout out, and how about them Cowboys?
Bill, See him midweek. Oh God.
Right.
And all right, fam. Uh, hey, chill. Phil, chill. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil. And it's hard figuring out the playoff situation. I just know the number of seeds they're gonna be playing, but you watch this Giants and Washington game. As I mentioned, the Lions are concerned to me. The Seahawks, I think they're dead meat. I'd love to play them again in the playoffs.
Don't, please, Ronbo.
Yeah.
You need to start laughing.
I do. Our defense is not going to allow anybody anything, but still. Those accidents do happen.
Their defense is terrible. They're ranked in the bottom third of defenses. We'll tear them apart. Their offense is not going to score
and the Jets didn't have anything
on our
going
defense.
Yeah. Well, and that goes for every team in the NFL.
Nobody in the league, nobody that is playing as good at football as the 49ers right now.
Amen.
Nobody.
True.
We are the best team in the league playing right now. And we're going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get Elijah Mitchell back. We're going to get Kinlaw back. We're going to get all these guys back.
And you get that mentality of losing is not an option at some point soon if they haven't already got it.
No, we are not going to lose. All right?
All right. You
the
got me
only
convinced.
team that can even compete with us is Philly.
And they don't like to tackle, so So Bill, I'm ready to sign an affidavit saying that I will not argue this point. Yeah.
So, let's get real. And they all say, oh, the NFC East is so good. They played the AFC South, which has got 3 teams already eliminated from the playoffs. And the NFC North, which has already got 2 teams eliminated from the playoffs. So let's get real here. They're not playing a tough schedule.
Yeah. And that's what makes Dallas' situation so much more comical.
Ronbo, come on. I'm just trying to bring some reality to this. Nobody's playing better football than we are right now.
I agree.
Nobody. And you know what? Brock Purdy, he's going to be okay. Washington will give him a little bit of a test defensively, but there's no way their offense is going to score any points on our defense. All right, so we're winning the game. And that's a good test for Brock. And let him develop as a player. I'm sure Kyle's watching this game, planning, scheming, everything against Washington.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, because if the Giants could beat them, I don't know why we can't. I agree.
Oh, no. Come on. Let's be real.
Yeah, I was never that fearful of Washington. Like you said, they're playing in the NFC East, and their schedule is giving them exactly the right team to play. I think the Giants and Washington have split this year anyway. That's why we get Washington in the first
Philly's
round.
got a good roster.
But they had to win this, though.
But I still think we're better than Philly right now.
Yeah, I do too.
We're better than Philly.
If Philly's not going to stop the run, then they're not going to win. Oh, he's going to get in there with this. No, he fell short.
We could do all kinds of things to Philly. Our yak and everything else. We've got too many players on offense.
And they haven't played a defense like the 49ers yet. Well, they played the Cowboys, but I'm not sure.
Nobody's played a defense like the 49ers yet, unless you played the 49ers.
Yeah, because the Cowboys' defense being compared to the 49ers' defense, I don't know. That may be a little bit of a stretch.
Way. Come on, they lost to Jacksonville today.
I didn't. That's amazing.
Where's Texas boy? Hello.
Now Texas boy, his little sarcastic self is going to be in there today. And Dak again was the reason why they lost. I love it.
But anyway, Ronbo, let's not fret. We're going to win out.
We're going to go into the playoffs. I don't care if we're the third seed. It doesn't matter. Even if we play Minnesota at Minnesota, we're crushing them.
Minnie doesn't scare me. I felt something
They're the
that
worst
let
defense
Minnie
in
put
all
us
of
up
football.
33-0 at the half, and see if
Oh,
he can make
yeah.
a
They're not
comeback.
going to score 33 points against us for sure.
Yeah.
And Indy has the worst offense. And they still gave up 33. No.
Yeah.
Indy's one of the worst teams in football.
And they proved that yesterday by having an all-time record set against them.
But the Giants, Minnesota's got to play the Giants next week at New York. I don't think they will.
Well, at this point in the season, it becomes willpower. If whoever gets eliminated the Vikings need to win because they know the 49ers are hot on their trail. And the Giants, if they can pull this off, they're actually still in the playoff mix.
Right. So they're going to want to win.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, I don't think Jimmy's going to sniff the field unless Brock screws up.
Yeah, also.
And here's the reason.
Yeah.
Here's the reason. Every game Jimmy doesn't start, we save $500,000 to next year's cap.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was incentive-based anyway.
$700,000 a year by the two starts he's already had.
Is that all they're paying him?
Paid for his this year's salary plus half of next year's salary.
That's gonna be funny.
And between him and Trey makes $7 million. Brock makes $750,000. Yeah.
Oh, guys on poverty
They're
wages.
not making a lot of money.
Oh.
So that's the two quarterbacks we're going to go into next year with. Done deal.
I think Washington just scored. Yeah. Because you heard that conversation of them offering Jimmy a contract 3 weeks ago. Ironically, the same time that he got hurt. But yeah.
But
So
Brock's
anyway,
proven that we don't need Jimmy.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just, I just know, just the way Kyle thinks. I have a feeling that he's going to say, yeah, thanks, Brock, and because he's, Kyle is just more comfortable with veterans. I mean, look how he does McCaffrey versus Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason should be getting a little more alternation in there,
Kyle
but
said
I hate to do it.
The most poised rookie he's ever coached.
Okay, if he said that, then he's probably delighted. Okay.
Oh no kidding! And so is John Lynch, and so is Parak.
And I just hope he continues to build his confidence too. If he needs any more. Phil, we got to stop though.
All right, Ronbo.
We're having too much fun. And I'll see you midweek looking for you too. All right.
But we are the best team right now.
I agree.
Just let's go.
All right.
Number 6.
Coming up.
All right, later.
All right, fam.
Okay.
Have a great
Bye.
night. Bye, Phil. Oh, man, I was watching this game. Man. The Giants did it. They stopped him. Okay. Hey, yo, Jalen.
Rombo.
Jalen.
Man, what's up, Ronbo?
Jalen, man, I'm watching.
You hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
You hear me clearly, Ronbo? All right. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was sitting there watching Heineke try to pull a miracle off. He couldn't do it because I said, if they win this game, we could play them first round of the playoffs. But it looks like we're not going to have to deal with their defense. But I'm not crazy about dealing with Thibodeau either. Some dudes you just don't want to be bothered with, So, anyway.
Man, Ronbo, talk about an absolute bonkers wild weekend for football.
Ain't it?
Yeah, I'm talking about we had 33-point comebacks. We had goofballs on the ball across the field to their court. They getting stiff arm for game. We got the Jaguars beating the Cowboys. Justin Fields continues to look like the best quarterback from his draft. Let me just be real, Ronbo.
He had a great day.
And,
he outplayed. He actually outplayed. What's his name?
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, Trevor's been looking good, but I think if we talk about this year and just having take Trevor, put him on the Bears, put Justin on the Jaguars. Would the teams look any much different? Probably not.
And
I mean,
there's only a little bit of difference in style between the two. I mean,
yeah,
Trevor can't run like Justin can,
he can't
but
run like Justin, but I mean,
yeah,
he got, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's had a
yeah,
good year
but
though. Trevor Lawrence, he looks better
yeah, they both had it.
than he doesn't get much credit for. Oh, that's holding, and the ref didn't
Yeah,
call
Trevor.
it. Ooh.
Trevor.
Go ahead, Jalen. I lost you.
Raiders next week coming up.
No, we got the mistreated
Commanders.
This dude has got the receiver wrapped up like in our Super Bowl. That is a flag all day, and they didn't call it. They got cheated. Well, that's good.
Ronbo, is it this a home game? This is a home game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for the Commanders. And the receiver was just held tight way before the ball was thrown. That was a no call.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was saying, is it a home game?
Yeah, Washington's at home. So they just got robbed.
Yeah,
at
is
home.
it at home?
Yeah. So for us,
I'm saying.
Oh no, we gotta
go
to Washington.
Yeah.
Now, this is the only road game we got left, which is interesting because we got to go to the East Coast.
Oh hell!
At this point, usually we get this out of the way.
I did not know that. That
wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait,
that could be.
Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, I hope so. Because I ain't gonna lie.
Because I thought we only had one road game, and it's in Vegas. I think Washington comes to us.
Yeah, I know we played in Vegas. I know we playing. I think we do.
Washington hasn't come to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I ain't gonna lie. That one might be a.
I like it,
but
Washington usually has bad weather too. So.
I mean, but Ronbo, the Vikings. I don't think the Vikings point comeback. That's not happening ever again in history. I still don't think they a legit team. I mean, it's impressive what they did.
They are.
But you got to understand, Ron.
They own the division, but they don't own nothing else.
If you point the playoffs, if you up 30 points in the first quarter, your team's gonna give up second quarter, and it's just it's garbage time from there on out until you finally realize, damn, they down by 8. I mean, Vikings fans, y'all can stop, bro. The Packers got worse. Y'all are not good. I've said that multiple times. The Packers are just not good.
No, as soon as Devontae left, the franchise left. Everybody thought it was Aaron Rodgers. It was Devontae.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
And like Phil says, there's not a team in the NFL that defensively is going to launch anything on us now. All we got to do is put up somewhere around 20 points, and the 49ers will win.
Oh yeah, I mean, except for maybe the Chiefs. I ain't gonna lie. I think.
Oh yeah, well, the Chiefs is another story.
Chiefs. Yeah, we might have to. We might have to. That's gonna come down to who got the ball last for sure.
And Jalen, how do you feel about Buffalo? You know what? I believe the 49ers can beat Buffalo.
Because
I watch Buffalo, and they do a lot of things that play right into the 49ers' hands. Go ahead. What would you say?
I mean, Josh Allen, I feel he gonna do something. He too boneheaded, Ronbo. He too boneheaded and reckless.
He's gonna wanna,
he's gonna wanna do something. He's just such a stunt double. Like, he's just gonna wanna do something. He's just like, damn, like, why did you just do that?
And he's got good running backs, Jalen. They hate to give the ball to Smith. What's his name? Both of them they got some good running backs, but they'd rather throw it.
Singletary. They got Devin Singletary.
Yeah, them boys can run that rock. No, I'm throwing the ball 40, 50 yards. I want everybody to say, look at me. I'm Josh Allen. I can put air yards out like nobody else. Okay, but Josh, y'all be barely getting away. Why? Because you play non-strategic football. Everybody knows you're going to do that. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Ronbo, you take Josh Allen out the game. I mean, they got Stephon Diggs, and that's it. I mean, Diggs got to have somebody throwing the ball. So if you can get Josh Allen knocked off his game, Von Miller's not on the defensive line anymore, so they pass rush took a hit. Yeah, Micah, they safeties have been in and out. So, I mean, they back in since they're good. So, the Bills, to me, you know what I'm saying? Now, the Bengals, Joey B,
Yeah.
that's a mean brother. That's a mean, Ronbo, you saw it. It's last year.
Yeah.
That's a mean brother. Jamar had a say what I'm going to respect.
And he's got a hell of a couple of receivers too. So yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Playoffs is going to be crazy fun this year. It always is, but this is going to be insane.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you are fading in and out though. We're out of time though, fam. Jalen, I'll look for you Wednesday. All right.
All right, Rombo, man. You know how I gotta leave out of here.
I love it.
Man, Cardinals, y'all are relevant. Rams, y'all some ass. Seahawks, y'all a thing of the past. Rombo, let me get a Niners shout out.
Jalen, see you midweek, fam. Guys, you can stop telling me now. Save your energy. I know it's a home game. We cleared that up about 5 minutes ago. So yeah, we're on it. We know. Hey, yo, it's the marketing pro.
Yo, what it do, Ronbo? What it do?
MP, man, we just sit back here and we're counting the days ahead. Grandeur and glory.
Relevancy has joined the show. 9 months ago, so fly, so fine, held up the Lombardi, and then that OG.
Wait, how many months ago?
9 months ago. See, the 49ers now, I had to go to historians. They're like, back in the day, in 1994, once upon a time, 49ers won the Super Bowl. And I was like, you have proof? And they showed me the ruins of Candlestick Park. So there's historical facts. Y'all won something way back when.
Yeah.
So I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah.
But now,
I can't get no credit for the four?
Ronbo Sports is the realest. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, only reason I call the show, the rest of the 49er podcast, bunch of clowns. They're trying to get a taste of Ronbo Sports. You started this mother lover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, okay.
You started it. Them kids don't know what they're doing. They're just trying. You do it. That's a bar right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, thanks, Marketing Pro.
My question, let me tell you right now, Marketing Pro know the score from the Big Apple to the Big Orange. No Jimmy Garoppolo, no Lombardi. You could write that down as a historical fact. All this Purdy talk, man, I was watching the game with the Hawks. Purdy got bailed out by a bad Seahawks team. All them penalties, dropped INTs, and Purdy just can't throw the ball. I mean, now, I'm not saying Jimmy Garoppolo got that Dan Marino arm, but he just BB gun Purdy make him look like he got a Dan Marino arm. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo throw the ball to the outside this year pretty consistently, and I'm a realist. He was doing well. You can agree on that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about Brock in the playoffs. I like him in the regular season, but I do think Jimmy has seen it all and probably might be able to adjust better. And not to mention, Jimmy's got to be mad as hell having lost last year and at the Super Bowl. So I like him in there, but we'll see.
Imagine having a quarterback that's been there, that's danced there, tasted it almost, and lost it.
Yeah.
Then imagine now Brock, whatever, BB gun Purdy. Brock. If you watch, he took full advantage. I'll give him credit where credit's due. You know what this kid did smart?
What?
He was feeding off that Jimmy G alpha energy. If you watch this cat, he's trying to mimic Jimmy G.
Yeah, they do remind me of each other sometimes.
It's Purdy after that one when he's walking to the sidelines. He was doing that Jimmy G strut. You know that thing that Jimmy G wins? He was doing the same thing. But Trey, where he made the mistake, he unfollowed Jimmy on Instagram, thought Jimmy's gone, now it's my show, and there was no show.
That's not true. Is that true? I don't know who he follows and not follows, but you made that up. Yeah, they like each other.
Mark and Pro know the score from the Big Orange to the Big Apple. Always drop the.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Trey, but the Purdy kid, you can look at the highlights of the practice. He's always talking to Jimmy D. He's always by Jimmy D. They're asking him questions. He took full advantage of a veteran quarterback, and he learned some shit. That's why this cat's shining right now.
Well, he's got 4 years of college ball, and I just now found out he had a terrible offensive line. Well, that's good training coming into the NFL.
That's all that college ball. What Purdy did smart was he was able to channel a veteran quarterback's knowledge. He was asking Jimmy all these questions. Jimmy was dropping the fact. Trey could have done the same thing, but Trey's too dumb to do that because he wanted to make it rain and party.
Well,
that's none of my business.
No, Brock, I think they got two different games. I mean, there's some similarity between Brock and Jimmy, but there's not a lot of similarities between Trey and Jimmy. So Trey's still got to be Trey.
I'll tell you where Trey dropped the ball.
Well, yeah.
I'll tell you what. See, Purdy got that poison confidence from Jimmy. I'm telling you right now, he's been learning from Jimmy. Well, Trey, he deflected Jimmy, and he thought, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jimmy's on his way out.
Bro, that's not true. Jimmy and Trey are good. I mean, these dudes are close, so wasn't that like that? But listen, Marty, before we're gonna go, always enjoy your entertainment.
You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trey friend with Jimmy Garoppolo on Instagram. Yeah. You can look it up. If you're my homie and you unfriend me on Instagram, that's like a slap in the face.
I got to go see this. Bro, we got to go, though. I'll be back midweek if you got time. We'll see you then, okay?
The Rams or the Big Brothers or the NFC West and all the haters in the chat bow down to Marketing Pro.
Oh, God. Good night, Marketing Pro.
First ballot Hall of Famer, all-time great top five. Okay. I'm out.
All right. Night, Frank. Frank, come on in, Frank. Dude kills me. He'd be a great market. Market Pro would be great in the WWE. Yeah, hey, Frank. That was good. Hey, it's Zeke, the Dark One. Zeke, get in here.
Ronbo, why do we let people like that on the show?
Well, I try to anybody who wants to call in, that's fine. Marketing Pro, there are some people that call in that are rude and belligerent, and we get rid of them quick. But Marketing Pro, the dude is all out comedy. But you listen to what he was saying. Marketing Pro is the dude is hysterical.
He was talking both.
He's been doing that.
Talking both.
He's been doing that ever since he first came in a year ago. Even after they lost to us, I think we split with the Rams last year. No, what am I talking about? Split. We beat the Rams both times. Market Pro was still talking. So they finally got us, and now, oh my God! But you notice the rest of them left. But Marketing Pro still comes in and allows people to take shots at him, where it's ready to go. Rudy has cut back on his visits. All them Rams fans left except for MP. So we give him a pass. But yeah, you're right. He does talk crazy.
He has nothing else to talk about because his team is not in the news no more. That's crazy.
They are in the news for all the wrong things, though. Now they're saying that McVay is looking at deals to go to TV. That's probably somebody's joke, though. Oh, God, he is hilarious. Anyway, fam, and you know what? Our own situation here, right? We had it made to go to the number 2 seed until the Indianapolis just bellied up in the middle of the damn game. So, now we're fighting for the number 2 seed. I'm looking at the playoff seeding, and the format says, I'm not sure what I want here. Have you looked at that?
No, I was going to ask, do we still have a chance to get number 2 seed? It sounds like we still got a chance.
We do, but we need for the Vikings to lose within the next 3 weeks, at least once, and we need to win out.
Right. That's possible. I mean, that's simple. Unless we sit in our people. If we sit in our peoples, then we might get that second seed. We just stick to the third. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and it's not a real big deal because you're playing a wild card the first round. It just goes, and no matter what we get as a wild card, should be able to dominate actually. But I just like being number 2 so we can stay. If the Eagles fool around and lose, do you know we can host every game at Levi?
That'd be nice. That'd be
It
nice.
would, wouldn't it? But you need to be at number 2
But
because you ain't gonna get there from number 3.
Right,
The Vikings
right.
would.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We do need to be number 2 in order for that to happen. So I would like that, but I want nothing better than seeing the Eagles, man.
I know the Eagles got away again today. You know, the
I
Eagles be
want nothing better.
sliding by. You know, they won't slide by the 49ers. The 49ers get any points on them in the first half like they, normally do. If it's 21 to 5 or 10, 7 or 10, that game's over in the second half.
Right. And it looks like the whole NFC West is about to, East, the whole NFC East is about to head to the playoffs. That's crazy.
No, I just saw that graphic on the 7-5. The Washington they're not beating us. No, Washington's not going to make it. The Giants might.
I think they all going to make it.
Record says they.
If one of them don't make it, then that means I think Detroit's going to hop in there.
See, I would bet on Detroit being in the playoffs as that last. They get number 8. I really think so. Detroit is playing inspired football. I was watching them, and they look really good offensively. The defense leaves a little bit be desired, but their offense is clicking. They'll be special next year. Well, they're building. That owner and manager or coach, they're doing a good job. Better than I even thought. They snuck up on me. I said, whoa, look at Detroit. And look at Goff. He looks reborn. They got a good offensive line is what it is. You got a good offensive line. Every quarterback that's anybody is going to have a good day.
That's right. That's right. And it looks like our offensive line hasn't been great, but we're building it up together. We're building it. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of weeks has been looking like the top 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's what Detroit did. They got those guys, Sewell and some of those other guys. Yeah, you build that line. It takes a little while, but you keep on building it like we did with our defensive line. We had first-round picks for a minute, right? And now you can see, yeah, they do. Boy, look at them. Kill you.
Yeah, so hopefully we get that 2 spot. We still got, like you said, we still got a chance. We just need the Vikings to fall.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Then we go up to 2. And then hopefully we get to see the number 1 and the number 2 go against each other at the last minute.
Man, epic. Boy, that game, you know how they always set records? They'll say certain ball games set a viewing record, That could be 49ers versus Eagles. Ooh, that is going to bring ratings.
Or would you rather see 49ers and Cowboys?
Yes, I would rather see 49ers Cowboys, but I know the rest of the world that does not hate the Cowboys like we do, because I don't really hate the Eagles. I don't have any feeling about them one way or the other. We ain't got no history with them. But them damn Cowboys. Oh,
yeah, that'd be another great one. But I think we might see them before.
Cowboys, yeah, I know.
I don't think.
I want everything to be on the line though, and then that makes it more heartbreaking. And Michael Irvin can lose his mind on first break like he always does. I can't tell you how much that amuses me, G. See, Stephen A. Smith be just doing it, boy. I can't wait till tomorrow. They lost to the Jaguars. Oh.
Yeah. Crazy.
But anyway, see, I tell you what, let me see Wednesday, and we'll just see what's going on for this holiday week. All right.
Yes, sir. Wednesday it is. And one more question: what do you think about? You think Jimmy G can make it back in playoffs?
I don't know how bad his foot is. If Jimmy G's not healthy, I really don't care to see him back in the playoffs. I do think though that Kyle is going to hedge on putting Brock in the playoffs if he can get Jimmy in there though, just for the experience sake. But we'll see, because Brock, I like him, I really do.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. Dark
right.
went out.
All right, fam. Right. Hey, Tony. Thanks, Ray Jr.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, my dude. Tony, I loved it. Tony reminded me of the Cowboys earlier today. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp are going to be going at it. I said, Tony, that's going to be one show. And then you go over to the Skip and Michael Irvin show. Cowboy-loving clowns.
I can't wait for that. Shannon's going to say to him, Skip, I told you the Cowboys all year the crap, Skip.
and my favorite, Tony, after Shannon gets through doing a number on him, okay, now, are you through? Is it my turn now? Skip's sitting there like he's the voice of reason in the conversation. They're still Cowboy fans. They've been through a lot, Well, 49er fans we have too, but Cowboy fans, the humiliation of being a Cowboy fan, I think it's worse than anything the 49ers have went through. They're supposed to be America's team. They got that moniker. I don't know who gave that to them, but they got it, right? So you're America's team, and you guys do a lot of embarrassing things. Now, how do you remain America's team? Well, it's time for them to lose that title. I hate that.
Especially with the colored, the uniform color that they wear.
The Confederate flag. Confederacy, yeah.
Well, the Patriots are more red, white, and blue, aren't they? You know what I mean?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Somebody bring up the history of how the Cowboys got to America's team. I don't know if they named themselves that or did somebody else do that?
They probably did. They're up themselves, mate. They would have named themselves that.
I'm trying to remember the history of that. But anyway,
I know there's a lot of Chill Pill Phil was, saying to mellow out, and I don't even want these words to come out of my mouth, Ronbo. But like I said before, some of these teams have got nothing to lose and they just love playing spoiler.
Yeah.
And God forbid, these are the toughest games of the year, and you could be just one injury away from
devastation.
Laying an egg. Or devastation is probably the better word for it. You know what I mean?
Because you come this far, Tony, and all of a sudden you're out because you lost the wrong players. That's just wrong on so many levels.
Bosa or something like that.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus! or any of our linebackers. We got some key personnel out there. When Jimmy Ward was out, I was scared to death, and it showed in the Kansas City game. Tavares Ward was dealing with a hamstring. Nick Bosa was dealing with a hamstring. They were just coming back for that game. They were put in there as if they, oh no, we're not missing this game. But are you guys ready to play? But it doesn't matter. We're not missing this game. Yeah, but you're not. Oh, you guys aren't ready. You're not Nick. You're not Tavares. You're not Ward. You guys don't feel like yourselves, and it showed. We got killed. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, at this end of the season, just quietly, I would say that there's a few guys playing with a few niggling injuries, maybe nothing
serious,
too serious, but one wrong hit or one wrong fall or 300 pounders for them, and it could reignite it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And that doesn't just go for us, for the 49ers. It goes for a lot of teams out there. Everyone's on edge and everyone's trying to win, quickly so that, you can shut the game down and preserve the players. So there's a lot of variables that go into the end of the season. You know what I mean?
And Tony, we're in this position now. We need to win out, right? Because you want that 2 seed if you can get it. It could be all kind of advantages on that. So now we can't just clown around for the rest of the season. They got to play hard. And that worries me with Kyle. Kyle, we all cry about Kyle not knowing when to pull players. So,
Well, Kyle not knowing when to play other players, like
and well, then there's
Jordan
that.
Mason. To preserve somebody else. I mean, the guy, proved himself that, he can run the ball.
I mean, clearly.
Like some of our best players. So why not preserve Christian McCaffrey for the big dance and a few other players and put some of these rookies on, especially if you got an insurmountable lead. And, you can do things like that. You can always chuck them back on the field, but you can't take them. You can't take them back off the injury list.
No.
You know what I mean? So
right.
caution needs to be applied, is my feeling. But, we'll see how we go. We've got a bulletproof defense.
Yeah.
But, as I said again, the only thing that scares me is the teams that have got nothing to lose and just want to stick the knife in just to prove a point.
7-6
and be the ones that say, we destroyed the 49ers' chances of making it to the Super Bowl.
We're going to deal with a team like that next Sunday. I think the Washington team is out because they're 7-6-1 now. I think the Giants can move ahead. I don't think, unless something happens. You got 3 games to go. You can't make any finals, but, it looks bad for them. So they're going to come in with an attitude. Tony,
they are. And I think that medallion is just as desirable as a conference championship. You know what I'm saying?
God, yeah, beating the 49ers. That means we can look forward to big things next year. We're arriving. Tony, let me see you Wednesday. All right? And,
all right, brother.
All right, man.
No worries. Shout out to everyone and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Always. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers, man.
And let's go check back and see what Frank's doing. Hey, Frank.
Ronbo.
Frank.
What's up, Ronbo?
Frank, we're sitting up here crying because, you can't send a boy to do a man's job. All they had to do, they had a 33-point lead. All y'all got to do was sit back and play prevent, do double up on Jefferson, run the ball, and y'all can win this game. You got a 33-point cushion. There was 30-something, I think it was 36-7 in the fourth quarter. Frank, the Colts need to just trade everybody, start over again. There's no excuse. Biggest comeback in NFL history, and it had to be versus a team that we need to see lose. No, y'all had to let them go back. God almighty, that bothered me so bad. I couldn't stop getting up. I was walking around in the middle of just anything. Damn, I said many words, you ain't supposed to be saying. Your mama don't want to hear it. And just mad as hell. They had the game, Frank. We was going to be the number 2 seed. I don't believe we're going to lose another game this year. And it was all up to the Colts. All they had to do was win the damn game. Frank, how do you feel? Let me stop.
Yeah, I was cheering for the Colts, man. I was feel the same way as you. Mind you, let them come back from a 33 to 7. Then it was like they scored, and then the end of the third quarter, and going into fourth, made it 33-14. But yeah, I mean, with Ronbo, what I've seen these last 2 days, Ronbo, I agree with Phil, man. No team want to see us, Ronbo. Bro, I know we the most dangerous team, the scariest team in the NFL, Ronbo. I ain't scared of the Chiefs. You went at it with a 1-10, 1-11 thing. I'm not scared of, Chiefs got us, but we was.
They got us one time.
It is what it is. They ain't gonna make no excuses, but
I think it might be a good thing because they ain't gonna beat us twice in 1 year.
So, but Philly, I ain't scared of Philly. Chicago could have won that game. Dallas.
No, they're not that scared.
Ronbo, I don't fear no team, Ronbo. What I just seen these last 2 games, we the best team in the league, Ronbo. We the best team. And we getting healthy. Got more of our players coming back, Ronbo. And marketing pro. For you to be a Rams fan, man, a lot of more San Francisco. I tell you that, man. So what, Brock Compton or Jimmy, we all on the same team, man. Don't try to come on Ronbo show with that negative energy talking about whatever you talking about, Ronbo, man. Whatever you was talking about, Ronbo.
That's all they can do is talk negative.
That's why I respect Tony, man, because Tony, he neutral. He go for his team, but then he neutral. We know he's Atlanta Falcons fan, but he also,
Frank,
he just neutral.
We got more history with the Falcons, actually. When you think about it, then we do the Rams. And Tony never, I know, right?
We was in the conference together. I'm looking like
it had some big, bad shootout games with the Falcons. It's true.
Just stay where you at.
No. Here's the thing, Frank. It's fun to hear from them teams. I wish I could get a Raider fan in here on the phone. See, because these people, Frank, remember all offseason, people just picking on us like we was just the saddest franchise, and all of them are gone now except for a couple. See, I was the first. That's why when people say, "Ronbo, will you block this dude?" No, leave him right there. I want to be able to see him win later on and see.
Like I said, like I said, what I was meant to say the other day, Friday, Ronbo, I was saying the difference. Jimmy playing good, but I want to say the difference though when that pressure come on Purdy, he don't get happy feet or whatever. Like it's get the panicky. That's the difference between him and Jimmy. Other than that, but other than that, we both on the same team, man. So Brock, he playing good, man. And we just gonna ride it out, man. Just gotta keep riding it out. Like I said, Ron, I don't see no team mess with us, Ron. I mean, the day was terrible. The day was terrible. Then it was just terrible, man. Minnesota, you let us be up 33-7, Ron. With our defense, you come on, Ronbo. You up 33-7, man.
The Vikings,
come on, man.
Give us 33
points. Come on, Minnesota. You can't do that with us. You can't do that with us.
That's all I kept saying too.
That we play the playoffs to do that, Ronbo. We not no team going to do that, Ronbo.
25 points for any team in the second half. If you ain't caught up, it's over.
Washington gonna be a good game because they got a nice front seven, but I'm not scared of them, Ronbo. I'm not. No team gonna mess with us, man. I agree with everything what Phil said, man. He hit it around the nose, man. Yeah. So let's Washington. Let's come on home. Come on to the Bay, Washington, man. We getting ready, man. And shout out to Frank Gore's son, man. You see what he did?
Oh, 300 yards. I heard that.
Man. Oh,
damn.
Man, he was killing. Man, he was killing.
How did we get him?
Yeah, shout out to Frank Gore's son, man.
You know how excited Frank would be if we picked up his kid? Oh,
yeah.
man.
He said they coming to the game. He was on his little IG live. Frank Gore said they gonna pull up at the game. Him and his son gonna pull up at the game this weekend, this Saturday. So,
yeah. And you know how Kyle loves to run the rock. He saw him.
Yeah, man. He look good, Ron. He look good.
Jed, work on the phone. Man, listen, guys, we got to find a way to get that kid in a San Francisco 49er uniform. Let's just figure out what we can do to do that, and whatever we have to do. Because think about the tradition, the legendary storyline. This would just be something we got to get done. Man, I know they want to get him. He's going in the first round, though, Frank.
Yeah, he look good, right? And he threw a touchdown pass. Yeah, threw a touchdown pass.
Frank,
yeah,
you taught him well.
Pass, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, through a touchdown pass too. Yeah, he look good. But I ain't gonna hold you, Ron. But I see you back on tomorrow.
No, we'll wait till Wednesday. See what Kyle's talking about.
Okay. Yeah. See you Wednesday, man. Have a blessed night. Love you, Ron. Love you, faithful, man.
Back, man.
And, that's ready for Washington, man. Let's get ready, y'all.
We ready?
Yeah, Murray. I talked to you for the Christmas time. So,
for sure. Maybe
Wednesday,
twice.
So.
Yeah.
Have a blessed night, man. See y'all on Wednesday.
Thanks, Frank.
All right.
Night, fam. Yeah, Frank Gore. Frank Gore was the dude, that dude. And now Frank Gore's son is another one of them dudes. My God. Hey, yo, Ellis! Must be just a genetic thing with Frank. Damn, I wonder if Frank's daddy could play football. Yo, Ellis.
Ronbo.
Hey.
Hey, can you come back to me in a few calls, or we got to get up? You got to get up.
We can do that. We'll be back a couple. How about that? All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
Fam. All right. Hey, yo, B-Ham.
Ronbo.
B-Ham, I know I can feel you on the road now. You're on the road, ain't you?
Yeah, man. Tell me about it. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you, but there's that sound when I know you're on the road. I can hear you, B-Ham.
Yeah, I'm pulling over.
And B-Ham, if you like tonight, I have come in here tonight. I'm calling the Vikings. I mean the Colts, all kind of names, but I'm calming down now. They tried. I just was upset with the fact that you could give up that many points in one half, and for selfish reasons, like all of us, we wanted to see our team vaulted to the second seed. Meanwhile, the Colts got more to deal with than we do. So but Frank, B-Ham, I'm just I don't know who we're going to play because they haven't decided who the wild cards are. We're going to get the sixth seed, which is going to be one of the playoff teams. I think there's 3, 6, 7, and 8.
I still believe the Vikings are going to lose one.
Yeah.
They still got a couple of teams. I think they got to play Washington. They got to play the Giants next week, and then they got the Lions one more game.
Wait, whoa. Did you say the Lions? They got to play the Lions? I thought they only had to play Chicago, Green Bay, and who you just mentioned. If they have to play the
They
Lions
got to play
again.
the Lions again.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the research while we on here, but if I'm not wrong, they got the Lions again. One more time.
I hope they do.
But yeah, man. I got a feeling. they gonna drop one.
If they have to play the Lions, I can almost assure you they're going to drop one. The Lions have lost their mind over there. The Vikings need the Lions.
Yeah, Vikings. They got the Giants next week. They got the Packers the week after that, and I think they're saying the Packers are still alive too.
Yeah, well, probably just because they like Aaron. The Packers are through. I don't know. You know what? They may win a couple more games. So okay.
Oh no,
yeah.
they got the Packers and the Bears. They got the Packers and the Bears.
Giants, Packers, Bears. Yeah, because I think they've already split with the Lions.
At the end of the day, Ronbo, I think we're ready for whoever get in front of us, Ronbo.
No, we
I don't
are.
care
It's
who
like
it
Phil
is
says.
right
There's
now.
nobody out there that we need to be concerned with. I just rather have an easy cruise on into the Super Bowl schedule if I can.
the way it's looking like, Ronbo, if everything holds the way it is right now, with the exception of one or two teams maybe at the end, we're probably either gonna have to play the Giants or the Redskins. I mean the Commanders, first round. The Cowboys will go to the Bucks, and the Vikings, if they don't lose, will play whoever the final seed is, maybe the Lions or the Commanders. So it'll be one of those two. And if the Cowboys win, I think they will go visit the Eagles in the next round.
Could that happen?
I think that's
so soon
if
in
they
their
don't
division?
visit it. They're gonna because you got the wild card, you got the divisional, and then you got the championship game. So if they win, if they beat the Bucks, then they're gonna have to go visit Philly in the divisional, and we will have to go if we win and the Vikings win. We will have to go on the road to the Vikings.
You know, I still wonder if Tom Brady, they can't just lose all the way out. There's a 1-game margin between the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Bucks. Tom's got 1-game lead on both teams.
Yeah, he lost, but it don't matter if he lost when they still lose it.
I know. They got 3 games to go. As I'm saying, if Tom loses 2 more games and they win 3, although
the Cowboys will have to go to whoever wins the South. The Cowboys is gonna have to go visit them first. So we ain't really worried about that. I'm hoping that the Vikings lose, so that way that'll work out in our favor. We'll end up getting 2 home games.
And the Eagles aren't guaranteed either. So if the Eagles were to lose, we could get home games every week. Beating them, that would be ideal.
I seriously think, Ronbo, if the Cowboys lose against the Eagles this week coming up, and they have to play them in the playoffs, I seriously think it's going to be kind of like it was when we went to Green Bay. They're going to pop them and have to come to Frisco for the NFC Championship. If we end up beating the Vikings and everything, it's going to come down to the 49ers and the Cowboys in the NFC Championship.
And that's going to be full-on comedy because the Cowboys think they suffered today. I don't know what's going on with Dak, but he looks like straight-up booty cheeks. He is really – he's got 10 INTs in 8 games.
Hey, bring them all, Ronbo. Hey, put them all in front of us. We're ready for them. Bring them. Bring them. Bring them. Bring them.
So the Cowboys don't scare me anymore. They got a good defense, but we do too.
Everybody, all my buddies keep telling me, man, y'all look good, man, but y'all defense carrying y'all. I'm like, yep, sure is the defense carrying. Hey, sneakily, the offense is they real sneaky now. They sneakily.
Beham, they are underrated because the defense is so good that people ignore offense. They got more weapons on there than Rambo when he's running out in the jungle right now. If people think that offense is not participating, they better think again.
I'm like, yeah, man, yep. I'm telling everybody, yeah, man, the defense carrying us. Yeah, we'll get it together, though. We'll get it together. Hey, as long as, really, I pray, as long as nobody else on the defense get hurt, hey, man, we're going to be all right.
I agree.
Because the playmakers, when somebody goes down, they done got it in their mind now. They're going to rally around and fill the void.
I tell you, BM, we are definitely tough. BM, we got to go, though. I'm going to tell you what, I always appreciate your fam. I'll be back midweek, maybe even before.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, fam.
All right.
Have a great night, BM.
All right, later, Ronbo.
Later. There he goes, BM rolling down that road. Hey, Levi.
Yo, Ronbo.
Levi. Come on, man. Come on in, fam.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I didn't really see the game, but I kind of went on
Colts?
my Fox Sports app because I didn't really pay attention to the game. But then I looked at the game, I saw what the score was. So I was like, wow, must have been a competitive game, 36-39. So then I said, wait a minute, let me look at the play-by-play. And then I'm looking at, dang, the Colts was scoring a whole bunch of points. How did the Vikings win? Then I started seeing all the collapse, the bad play calling and everything else.
And the Colts could have what could they have done? I think they would have won the division. No, they wouldn't have won the division. The Colts could have put themselves in position to still be in the playoffs. I don't know what in the hell were they doing for a whole half of football to allow them to put 39 points on them. How'd you do that? You put a 40 burger on you in one half a football game. What?
I don't know. Guess because we got a new, inexperienced coach, ain't never done it, never been a coordinator or nothing.
But the DC's been there all year.
Sitting high on the fact that he was winning by so much, and then didn't know what to do when the team was. I got all kind of big names on my defense, and I gave up 40 points and a half. How you doing? Yeah. Or the poor border. I hope he at least enjoying that money.
Oh, Stephon Gilmore and all them dudes, man. Stephon got lit up.
No, I'm talking about the guy that used to be our boy, DeForest Buckner, the one who went over there because he wanted that money.
DeForest did a good job. He sacked. What's his name? I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, but look what team you're on. I mean, yeah, you're getting good stats and stuff. Maybe you get your all-pro status back, but
you ain't getting no
now
ring.
You're on the team where, dang, you can't even make the playoffs.
It was turnovers. I just realized Indy kept turning the ball over.
Well, you know who the quarterback is, Matty Ice.
He used to be good. I don't know what's going on with him.
Oh, no. Yeah.
God. That was strange.
After I thought about that, I guess it makes sense. I mean, look who the quarterback is, Matt Ryan. It seems like ultimate collapse is just follow him.
Yeah, kind of, huh? You know, he's got a couple of good receivers over there. One of them he kept throwing to. I guess it happens on occasion, but the worst in NFL history, and you get your name put underneath
you don't get too many of those.
Trophy? Oh my God!
Oh. Yeah.
But Levi, the thing is, it had to happen, and it had to affect us. Now, if they want to get the brains beat out, and it doesn't have anything to do with us, that's fine. If they would have beat the Vikings, we'd be tied with them right now.
But Ronbo, it's too early. It wouldn't mean anything.
Well, the thing is, if you got to tie them as soon as possible. Well, see, the thing is, if we're tied, we got to work hard. And then we get to the end of the season.
You ain't work hard. You got to work hard regardless.
Well, no, I'm just saying if we went out, yesterday was it. We went out the rest of the season,
okay.
We get the number 2 seed.
Okay, well, don't we got to win out either? Even to have a chance, we have to win out regardless if they win or lose, right?
We've already got the number 3 position locked up.
No, I know that, Ronbo. I'm just saying that regardless if they win or lose, to have a hope of it, we'll probably have to win out unless the Vikings are going to drop 2 games or something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but the seeding is not going to change.
I know. So, my main point is it's too early to get excited or anything. Anything can happen these last 2 games, last 3 games. So there's no point in things. I'm saying, why is Ronbo being so emotional? He acted like it was week 18, and the playoffs were determined right now. We still got time to catch up.
I like to put the
There's
cash.
no reason to get
Levi,
so emotional, Ronbo.
It is. I love to put the cash in the bank now and let that interest build. Because you see, the thing is, if the Vikings lose yesterday, all we have to do is win out, and we get the number 2 seed. Nothing else matters. It's over. But we just got to do that. Now we got to hope the Vikings. We just got to hope the Vikings lose, and we got to win out anyway. Now, so it's fine. We'll be fine. No matter who we play, we're going to beat them. So I just wanted to say,
so
number 2,
no
Vikings got that. You lost, didn't you? Okay. No, they didn't lose.
Yeah. So there's no reason to get so emotional. It's like you just hope for it, but there ain't no reason to lose your mind, Ronbo.
I lose my mind easily. This happens every Sunday. And this has been going on for the last couple of years because I hate losing more than I love winning. Can you imagine? I really do. Losing bothers me for weeks, sometimes months. Winning, I say, I take that for granted. Yeah, we go win. Look at my defense. How the hell we go? And all I need to put up is 21 points. Hell, we could do that every week. All right? That I like that. I think, I assume a lot.
But, we're in a good position. We're locked up in the playoffs. And ain't nothing we can do to leave the 3rd seed. So, everything is gravy. I mean, you've been talking to people. They say it don't really matter where we are. We should be able to make it. We have a high ceiling.
I know.
And just the feeling of knowing that should be like a thing. It's like, dang, but, they still got 3 times to lose one.
And they can. It's not going to matter to ask the Hawks. Are they worried about us losing another game? Because they know they're out. They're done. See,
but then again, Ronbo, there was one concern of that game.
Hey,
there's only one thing to be concerned about, Ronbo.
Go ahead, real quick, because we're out of time.
And it's that. Okay, the only thing to be concerned about that game is the amount of luck that the Vikings have. If there's anything to feel emotional about, it's like, oh my God.
I agree.
We got to go. So that's probably like the only thing. Like, oh man, they got high luck.
Yeah, they won't always have it. Levi, let me see you Wednesday, fam. All right, good stuff.
All right, Ronbo, have a good one. And, stay calm.
I'm gonna try. Thanks, man. I gotta go get a prescription. All right, Levi, have a good night, fam. Who was that zipped him? See, it's funny about the Vikings. I think they did that, and they got shut all the way out by wasn't that the Cowboys who shut them out? See,
Rumble.
Hey,
I got some other news for you.
Bethel. You know me in football. I just can't relax. I try. God knows I do. I do know.
You know who?
What?
You know who scored 33 points in the 4th quarter to the Colts when they played them?
Who? The defense.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys scored 33 points in the last 4th quarter. So I'm not surprised that they gave up so much points.
That was the Colts that the Cowboys ran. I know the Cowboys came and got somebody from behind. So this is sort of a habit with the Colts. If they lead you 40-0 in the first half, don't worry about it. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, I think it was 48 points or something like that.
I thought the Cowboys
because
did that to the Vikings.
It was a close game in the 4th quarter, and then the Dallas scored 33 points in the last 4th quarter, and so I'm not surprised that the Vikings scored 33 points on them.
Nobody but CeeDee Lamb and them 2 running backs.
Yeah. If the Colts would have, instead of going for it on 4th and 1, would have got those 3 points, they would have been up by 10. and they would have won the game. But no, they want to go for it on 4th and 1, and quarterback sneak.
Yeah, see, that's
And
why you
they-
can't get. How long has that new coach been over there from the NFL Network? Or should I say ESPN?
Not that long.
Yeah, was he there for that one? No, that was what caused that other coach to get fired,
yes.
isn't it? I think so. Yeah. So he came over and he's doing things pretty much the same way.
And then plus Kansas City barely won by 6 points against the Texans that are 1-12 now. They barely won on overtime.
I know.
So, and then
wait,
what?
That Kansas City game went into overtime? I saw them win by a score.
Yep, it went to overtime. They got a touchdown and they won by 6 points.
You know what they did that
the
to
same team that Dallas
Cowboys
barely beat.
Yeah. But Cowboys had to fight to win that game too, though.
Yeah.
Texas is going to be a better team next year, aren't they?
And then the Eagles had to knock out Justin Fields just to barely even win that game by 5 points. So
see, we're the most dominant team out here right now.
Yeah, yes, we are. We're right now the number 1 defense in the NFL, and then Buffalo barely even beat Miami.
And they should have lost. Miami imploded in the last few minutes.
Yeah, so there's.
I like that you
right
pointed
now
that out.
We're the number 1 in everything. So
yeah, and Eagles know they don't want none of this.
Yeah, so it just depends on us on how we want to play the rest of the games and how we want to do it. So if we want to try for that second
avoid
seed, we can. Or
yeah, we don't need the second seed. I just like for prestigious reasons to have the number 2 seed. It's not really important, but I saw it right there. It was right there in our view, Bethel. I'm watching it. And I'm watching in horror.
I was watching it too.
I'm watching. Oh, Indy! Oh my God, what is wrong? And so, my God. And that, Levi, see, that's what got me emotional. I'm still pissed off about the game. What are you doing? Colts, just close the doors, turn the lights out, sell the franchise, man. You guys don't. What in the world are you doing? I was so upset. Oh my God.
Yeah, there was a bunch of games like that, like the Patriots throwing a Florida back pass and getting an interception, and the Raiders winning.
More aggravating things by other
stuff.
teams. Bethel, you can't send a child to do a grown man's job. That's the thing is, the Colts, the Patriots, some of these teams out here that don't seem to know what they're doing when the fourth quarter comes around. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then plus, marketing probe, if you should see, our quarterback was hurt and still beat the Seahawks. We have an injured quarterback and we still beat the Seahawks. We should have beat them by a lot if it wasn't for the referees helping them out.
Okay, you know what? Don't get me started on those referees because,
Oh, yeah, the Colts, they should have threw some flags on the Vikings, but they didn't. So they kind of messed up that game, too. It was like on both sides. They try to make it, right, but.
I hate to believe it. People do say there are times when referees are determining games, and they know how to do it, and they're very good at it. Now, you watch that game with the Giants and the Commanders. Did you see how the Giant
Oh yeah, he was holding them.
I mean,
grabbing them,
he had a grip on him. Ball ain't been thrown yet. He's got a grip on that receiver. They didn't see it.
That should have been a flag right there.
Half of this is a goal, first down.
Yeah.
They would have won.
Hopefully they don't do because I heard that they want to do where you could eject the player that the ref. Hopefully they don't do that because then that's gonna give too much power to the referees, and the league is gonna lose a lot of money. Yeah. Or no, that if they throw a flag for passing the ref, passing the rougher or the.
Roughing what?
Nick
No, are you talking about
Bosa
roughing the
did,
passer? Or
that
roughing,
they could have, yeah,
okay.
that
Yeah.
they could have taken out of the game that they want to give that power. I'm like, they better not do that.
Yeah,
If they want to do something smart,
because they can really determine the games.
they should get a referee to be up in the booth on the camera and looking. If that's a bad call, he calls down and he goes, "Hey, that wasn't a good call.
Overrule.
Pick up the flag, or have a flag right there." Or
well, that's what those guys in New York are supposed to, but they don't take their authority to that point. Is the problem?
No.
Bethel, we ran out of time.
Yeah.
Let me see you Wednesday, and let's see what's going on around Ninerville then. All right.
Yeah, we're still celebrating, so let's go, Niners.
Yeah.
I punched the light.
Thanks, Bethel. Night, fam.
All right. Good night.
And Hayden says, "Remember the Colts suck. It doesn't matter. Go." I don't know. You can't depend on anybody but yourself. Yo, is Ellis, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
What's up, Ronbo?
I've been called overly emotional, but I can't watch football without getting overly emotional. The Colts did make me awfully mad. But Ellis, have you calmly understood this to be nothing more than it had nothing to do with us? What's going to happen next? Ellis, you got to
say it again.
No, are you calmly? Did you calmly watch that game and decide doesn't matter who we play? That the Colts have their own personal problems, that we need not get involved in that. I did pay a visit to that rationale. I just said, like Levi said, Ronbo, we get way too emotional. I said, I really could calm down. That game has nothing to do with us, and it's not going to affect us in any way. Whoever we play is going to get an ass whooping. I know that. I'm confident. Phil was right. There's no need to be concerned about that foolishness. I just got mad because I was watching it at the time. Are you adopting that same feeling?
Yeah, man. It's. I think. We're a different type of battle tested. We got the longest winning streak right now in the league.
Hey, we do.
Got the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
We got the best defense in the league.
That's right.
Besides the Kegels, the Kegels, you get that one. Anyway, but we got as they haven't really played. I don't think they've really played that many good teams. I mean, the Cowboys might be one of the best teams that the hardest team thus far until they got the Commanders, of course, which they're putting up a fight against them. So
the Commanders actually beat them. That's what's so funny.
Yeah, that person. They still got one more. Don't they still got one more round, right?
I don't know.
Or is it just them and the Eagles? I think maybe it's just them and the Eagles that got to play again. Because they're not in the same. They're not in the same division.
The Commanders?
Who's the Commanders? Who's in their division?
The same division. That's the NFC East.
So then
I thought they
Did
played
the Eagles
them twice.
beat them the first time?
I guess.
That's a good question.
Because I know the Commanders beat them.
We got to find out.
I don't know how many times they've played though. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they may still have to see them one more time too, not just the Cowboys. Yeah, but if not, oh well.
It's a matchup issue. I was gonna say, Eagles are probably a better team, but you have your teams like we used to have with the Hawks. You know how past it used to be, and the Hawks have all kind of hell with the Rams, and we beat the Rams anytime we see them, except for the one time they finally got by. But normally there's certain matchup issues going around. Any kind of ball club, baseball, football, basketball, they're all the same. There's matchup issues that nobody can ever explain.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the things that we used to deal with. I think, when it came to the Seahawks in past years, just certain teams matchup wise that just kind of give each other a little bit more of a run for their money. The Rams and the Seahawks, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Seeing them. But anyway, I was watching the highlights of the Eagles in the Bears game, and I mean, shit, the Eagles barely got out of there.
Yeah,
they barely got out.
I mean, and I understand by just the stats because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But Justin outplayed
Jalen.
What's his name? The quarterback for the Eagles.
Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen had a couple of INTs. He ran for more, and everything else. I said, Justin didn't throw no INTs.
That run up the
and
middle.
The only reason he needed loss is probably I gotta go watch that game. How come they lost?
He would have never got off on a play like that. When they had Jaquan Brister, it looked like came in and blitzed. The safety came in and blitzed, and then Jalen Hurts just ran up the middle. And I mean, it looked like the teams were both each going to their sidelines. The damn field was so wide open when he ran that touchdown. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, where is everybody? You know what I mean? But, good play on them.
Missed assignments go. The coaches, you probably get drilled. Guys, let's run that again. All right, that's not what we talked about. That's not what we do. And how coaches go on. And then you get back and then you do it. See, that could have been one of those. Because there's no way in hell. I already know what you're talking about before I even go watch. Man.
Yeah. And Sirianni's cooking. He's doing a little bit of creative stuff on the line, forcing – I don't know if you got to see those, they had the offensive line shifting and, guys were shifting and moving around and stuff like that before the ball was snapped, doing a lot of little just stuff to kind of throw off the defense.
Movements.
And you got to be you got to be creative like that. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool, but really surprised that Josh was here. He's saying that he thought the Bills were. He said the Bills. He said Miami was. He said the Bills were winning, but he said he thought they were going to lose because they almost gave the game up. You know what I mean? And so it was kind of.
Miami came back and tied that puppy up. They couldn't do nothing with Waddle and Tyreek for 1 minute there, and then they finally got him. But
Yeah, man. I know it's not our business, but damn, to see the Colts give up a 30-something point lead, it was just.
See, you think when I'm thinking, if they do that to 49ers, all that stuff they was doing against Miami, that ain't gonna happen, and offensively. See, because they don't like to pass the ball. I mean, they don't like to run the ball. So go ahead, keep throwing that ball, and Josh does some wild stuff sometimes. That stuff will get his butt kicked against 49ers. I actually hope we do play him, actually. That would be a funny Super Bowl. But anyway.
Well, I was talking about the Colts, how they were beating the hell out of the Vikings and they gave up that game. That was just unbelievable, man. Like you don't see that kind of shit all the time, but
I don't want to see it anymore.
Anyway,
we're involved. But fam, let me see you Wednesday, and shout out to that fam, and that squad, and see what's going on.
Shout out to the shot down to the Cowboys. Get your lip gloss shining over there. Here goes Josh. Hold on.
God, Cowboys.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this? Is this Josh?
It's Josh, yeah.
Hey, Josh. Hey, how you doing, Josh?
Good.
Sounds like it too. You ready for Christmas? Did you already tell Santa Claus?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
You tell Santa Claus what you want.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, hey, but by the way, what do you want? I mean, what's on top of your list?
I haven't written it down yet. I'm trying to figure out what I want.
Take your time. You got a few days. All right. Merry Christmas to you. I'm gonna go. Who else is ready to say hello? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. And who is this? Is that Josh? That's still.
It's a surprise.
That was a surprise.
It's gonna be surprise.
Yeah. All right. I like surprises myself. You're right. It's the only way to have a holiday. Listen, all right. Listen, you just have a great week, and let me know what that surprise is. We'll be talking to you on Christmas Day, I guess. All right.
All right.
All right, Josh.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you.
You too.
Yeah. Good night.
Shout out to Niner Faithful.
Yeah. You guys hear that? That's Josh.
Peace and love.
Peace and love is right.
Bye.
Bye, Josh.
All right, family. Appreciate you.
So cool.
Shout out to Faithful.
All right, family.
Yeah, appreciate it, fam. Hit that like, subscribe, man. You know, yeah. Yes, sir. You too.
Thanks, Ellis. Night. And Deshaun Page says, "What's up? I'm no longer want to watch I know, right? Watch the Colts ever again. They should take them off prime games next year." I know, you know. Where's the Colt fan? That's dad's a 49er fan. He needs to come in and explain this. Somebody needs to explain that. Deshaun, thanks for that contribution. Hey, Bryant.
Hey, Ronbo.
King Mufasa, you caught me with that. JD's taking heat. Brian, come on in.
Man,
You know, I don't know.
that game was horrible.
I know, right?
Horrible. That games like that, you can sit back and you can scream, "The NFL is rigged. It's rigged." That's not a good game. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's so exciting they came back." No, when you're 33 to nothing, no, that's horrible.
See, and Brian, you know what Kyle Shanahan was saying, right? See, people wonder why I keep my starters in till the end of the game. Kyle, I hope you didn't pay any attention to that game. That was an anomaly. It was an outlier. That doesn't happen. That's ridiculous. I can't believe, Brian, I just can't believe they got 33. It was 36-7 in the fourth quarter. They scored all those points in a few minutes.
Yeah. So, I don't know if the league is pushing for Minnesota this year or something, but there was some craziness going on in that game. And no, I don't like that. And if anybody else says they like that, they're not a 49er fan. You take Kirk Cousins and keep that.
Because you know Kirk was running around the locker room. You like that? You like that? Oh.
You like that? Yeah, you like that? No, it's just funny. But, with the way the seedings working out, it looks like there's going to be like 4 NFC East teams making the division, making the playoffs. And
because of better record, right?
We might end up playing the Giants, it looks like.
That's
like
what I
Giants
think that's going to be it. Because it was going to be Washington, had they beaten the Giants, because they had the same record coming into this game. Now Giants have 8-5, and Washington has 7-5, or 8-7-6-1. Yeah.
And I don't think it really matters if they lose to us next week. I think they'll still make the playoffs.
Really? Because nobody else is close to them?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody's close enough because of the tie. But we'll see how everything breaks down.
Yeah,
but I just want to say, good.
Anyway, don't let Washington leave Santa Clara with a W. That's the bottom line.
No, don't let them. The Niners don't need to sleep on this team or the Raiders or the Cardinals. We need to win every game out. And if we can get the second seed, then we should, that's what we need to push for.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm right. I'm with you. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So I want to see the Niners play the Eagles. If the Eagles are standing at the end, I want to see it. It'll be hard, but I think the Niners can do it. And as far as Cowboys are like up and down.
They don't know who they are, do they?
I don't know.
They really don't.
I know we got a big rivalry with them and stuff like that, and they'd have to come to our stadium, so that would be nice. But I don't know.
I'd rather go there though, because there's something about watching Cowboy fans just melt in the seats.
I mean, anything could happen. I know anything could happen, and it's a Niner show. But could you really imagine the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Cowboys at this point? I mean, then Tom Brady would have to come to the Niners, Santa Clara, and play us there. I mean, I don't know.
But you know what? I'd be laughing so hard at the Cowboys, I would probably not be able to stop laughing as they came into Santa Clara. Because somebody probably say, "Hey, Ronbo, you stop laughing, man. Here comes Tom now back to Santa Clara, and he's pissed off. Beating him twice in 1 year is asking for a lot." What? That's probably the reaction I'd have.
The South is so bad. I mean, they should almost just get eliminated from contention at this point. It's like they're going to be like 7-9 or something like that. I don't know, Ronbo. But hey, thanks for having me on. And everybody just remember, one game at a time. Let's not let the Redskins, let's not sleep on them.
Commanders.
Take them lightly.
All right.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah, sorry.
Brock needs to continue to polish his game anyway. That's why offensively they're going to continue to work hard because the defense doesn't need any practice. But Brock, He needs all the work he can get, anything he can see. I hope the Washington team brings a lot of things that he hasn't seen yet, so he can see that. Okay, seen that. Try it again. Shame on you for doing it this time. Shame on me if you get away with it the next time. I want him to see as much as he can between now and playoff time. So, yeah.
Well, like that's something to talk about. Like, let's keep seeing how much Brock can develop and stuff like that. But let's just see him continue to play confident football and let the playmakers do what they're doing. Because if this team, if our defense just can keep playing and we can just, I mean, at this point, I mean, let's just let him play. I don't want to see him do anything spectacular. But
No,
hey,
just
thanks, Ronbo.
just stay within the offense and make it happen. Because you still need a guy. One thing, the mistake make about the 49ers offense, a lot of people think anybody can come in there and play quarterback. You need to have a certain talent level. You can't just anybody come in there because that's already been proven. We've seen other quarterbacks come in and have a little hard time in there. But see, you got to be able to get rid of that ball to the right guys. There's many decisions to be made on Kyle's offense at all times. You got to make as many right decisions as you can. You need to be accurate. That's extremely important. And then that playmaker can do his thing. Because if that's not the case, the playmaker can't do his thing, we're going to have a problem with that. So, but he's looking good.
Yeah.
So
most definitely, and we'll just keep seeing how he plays. And there's a real good chance, but just one game at a time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
All right. Right. Always appreciate you. Give my best to the family. All right. Talk to you later.
Oh.
And here he comes. Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Emilio, get in here. My brother from another mother likes to argue. Come on, get your booty in here.
What's happening?
Man, I'm still pissed off with the, because I was all excited. Ain't nothing like somebody putting the food in front of you, a nice plate full of everything you love, and then they take it away from you before you even get started. The Colts had me all excited. Oh, yeah. That's it, Jack. We're going to get that number 2 seed now. Oh, yeah.
You can look at that. You can look at that game one or two ways. One, the Colts really, really, really just suck ass, or the Vikings are really good. And
both teams have been inconsistent. You can't make a judgment call on either team. The Vikings have lost some games that didn't make no sense. The 2-3 games, they lost 3 games this year? 4. That beating to the Cowboys was strange. And then you look at the Colts, they've won some pretty good. I think they beat a couple of good teams this year. They don't make no sense.
No, they're just inconsistent. They don't know what to do.
So
you look at that game, I was just shocked myself. I'm like, because I was watching the game and I dozed off. I literally dozed off. All the games over. It was a blowout.
Yes.
And what's crazy, I wake up and I tell my wife, "What's the score?" I was like, "It's still going, still going." I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "They're in overtime." I said, "What?"
See?
Said,
that's gonna be scary to wake up from sleeping.
I was, like, okay.
I was awake the whole time, but to be sleeping, wake up and be told, "What? No, you lying. No, you lying. Stop. Don't play with me like that."
Yeah,
and you look over there.
Said,
Damn, she's not lying.
Like, no, it's in overtime. I said, "Oh, okay." My day. It don't matter. No, the Vikings will lose another game. It's just bound to happen. I think
one?
The Packers is ones they'll beat them. The Packers. Just because, it's Aaron Rodgers. And you know how Aaron Rodgers likes playing spoilers.
Yeah, especially if he thinks he ain't getting any respect.
They're going to lose one.
Chicago might beat them.
If we were to worry about it, we just got to win out. We just got to worry about winning out. Other than that, there's nothing else for us to worry about because we're in the playoffs no matter what. If we lose a game, if it doesn't happen, we win out.
We're still in
the number 3 spot. It's not going to change. It's not going to change anything. Yeah. But for us, it's better for us to win out just to get that number 2 spot if we get it. Like
potentially having all 3
if
games.
The Vikings lose one of these games.
Yeah,
we're going to really, really want to win out. So.
Yeah. Because that means we'd be hosting. Because the Eagles don't necessarily. The Eagles are playing ball like we could fool around and lose one. So because you look at the 49ers, we're the most dominant team in football right now. I mean, you don't score any points in the first half, you can forget about the second half. That's the thing with the 49ers now. So.
To us, we get in, we're dangerous, so it doesn't even make a difference.
Extremely.
It'd be awesome to have at least 2 games at Levi's. It'd be really cool. It'd be better for us. That way, if we get to the championship game, that wouldn't matter. It's a whole different story. But like I said, as long as we can get 2 home games, that'd be great. It makes the road to the Super Bowl a lot easier instead of trying to fly all over the damn place trying to get there. Like we did last year.
Like, that was terrible.
We was flying all over the damn country just to get to the.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we did have a home game anyways in LA, so it didn't make a difference. So it didn't really matter. So.
Yeah, that would have been our Super Bowl, but we needed to be healthy. We had the wrong people hurt. Because I don't think we've already beat that team once, the Bengals, and it's just so sad.
No, that was the thing. We had already beat the Bengals. That's not here nor there. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's history.
Water and bridge. Now just trying to get
a marketing pro and ready to go and all them comedians.
Marketing pro is a moron. He don't know what he wants to be. He wants to be a 49er. Next minute he wants to talk shit and he wants to be a Rams fan. He's just a confused football player.
I was ready to go. Ready to go. You can come back in here, man. You was in here every show last few months ago. Every show, there's ready to go talking trash. Can't find him now. Okay.
For the life of me, I'm shocked how the Raiders even won that game. That was just the dumbest play by that Patriots player. That was just like, what are you doing? I would have made him. I would have. If I was Belichick, I would have cut him on the spot. That was the dumbest thing ever you can do to lose a game.
Don't put it past Belichick.
You do that kind of stuff if you're behind in the game you're trying to win, not trying to go to overtime. I said, wow, that was horrible. I said, that was just stupid. I said, I've never seen that. I said, I know if we did that, somebody needs to get cut on that spot because that was just dumb. I don't see how you even attempt to do some shit like that. That's just you take your losses and go to overtime.
Yeah, some guys are just mentally
just
not
dumb.
fit for football. You gotta stay cool and keep your head on your shoulders in the middle of them games like that. When you do something really mental breakdowns are what teams lose by that all the time.
You gotta look at Dak what he did. So hey, kind of the same thing. It was
Dak didn't even see where he was throwing it. What are you?
I said, man, I wasn't even watching that game. I just saw the last play. Literally that was literally.
I see that highlight.
To that last play, I said, "What?" I said, "Throw an interception." I seen him do a running back. I said, "Did they just lose the game?" And I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "How do you?" I said,
"It's
That
overtime."
was two
Dak,
dumb plays this weekend.
What are you doing? Dak threw the ball. Looked like he was a panic. Like he thought he was about to be killed.
I would love to play the Cowboys at home. This playoffs, it'd be perfect. I said, "Oh my God, I would want them to come out here just to lose. If we get to play
I want to go. I want to go
it's
there.
either going to be the Giants or Commanders we play first. So hey.
I know. But I still want to go to Dallas to play because I love putting the
of course,
the
that'd
fans.
be nice, but they're looking at what don't they got to play the Eagles? Who do they? Oh, they would play the Bucks. I think in the first round.
And besides, they're too far behind us. They have to come behind us unless things change. But no, they still have to come behind. They're not going to win that division. Anyway, fam, I'm gonna tell you what. You're having a day off. I can tell. It's quiet all around him. We'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it's day off. Yeah,
right,
Sunday's on the day off.
Right.
That's a good thing. So football Sunday, so it makes it perfect.
Absolutely. You couldn't plan it any better than that. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, have a good night, fam.
All right, yeah, have a good night. Everybody else have a good night. All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Emilio. And let's go check out Merrick. Didn't we have a...
Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah, Robert Slavin. Let me see. Robert says, Vikings play Giants on Saturday, 10 a.m. I think Giants win that game. 49ers win out. Lions are dangerous. I see, Robert, you know what I'm talking about. I stopped acting like the Lions ain't nothing. They've pulled something together. I don't know what's going on over there, the coaching or whatever's going on. That's not the same Lions team of earlier this year or last year. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it pretty good. I ain't scared of them. I'm just saying. I don't want to see them in the first round. Merrick!
Hey, Ronbo.
Merrick. Well, Merrick, we're trashing the Colts tonight. At least I am. For not manning up.
Yeah, well, it's
and winning
pretty funny that Matt Ryan's part of the two biggest meltdowns in NFL history.
Hey, the Super Bowl, huh? You're right. I forgot about that. Poor Matty. That's awful. He's a nice guy.
As for the playoffs, as for the playoffs, I'd rather have us be the third seed because I don't want to play the Hawks or the Lions first. if we're the second seed. We'd have to play number 7.
The Hawks. The Hawks have been overrated all year. That's right, Gene D. Gene D, pay attention. You've been overrated the whole year. I still say you were one of those pretenders. You, the Vikings. Name some other teams that are not as good as their record. And I'm starting to say the same thing about the Cowboys.
I'd say every team aside from the Niners are playing way above their head. The Eagles, the Cowboys, the Vikings.
You can't miss if you go that route. I mean, I'm trying to be a little respectful because, there are some teams that have bad records that deserve those records. But I don't understand how the Raiders, the AFC West has to be the biggest joke of all times. Merrick, coming into the season, I said, oh, my God, we got to deal with the AFC West. Chargers, Broncos, now they got Rusty. They've already had other good players and a great defense. And then, of course, the Raiders. Look what they did. They can stack that team. Oh, my God. Look at every team we play. They got one good team over there, the Kansas City Chiefs. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, I remember all the AFC West hype with me and my football friends were all talking, all 4 teams are going to make the playoffs, but it's the NFC East dead.
Hey, you got to play the games. That's why, best team on paper don't mean diddly squat. Shaquille Mack, Joey Bosa, opposing on defensive ends. I got 2 of the best wide receivers in the game. I got also one of the better premier running backs. I am Justin Herbert. I'm coming to get you. Merrick, I circle that game before the season started. You know how we do schedules. I say, oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Man. Okay, guys, I'm going to call that a loss. I remember saying that when we were doing our schedules. We beat them. Why? Because football is a game of attrition, and you're going to lose players. So,
Yeah. I think the biggest was the Eagles barely beating the Bears of all teams. The Bears are like the worst NFC team.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny if they only beat them by 5.
Yeah, football's scary. You're never going to know what's going to happen until it happens. Look at Brady and the Bucks.
Yeah.
That's the saddest story of the year, Merrick. Tom Brady's going out looking like a chump. He should have left last year.
Yeah, that division is still up for grabs too. The Panthers, the Falcons, and the Saints are all behind a game.
Yeah, that's Mike called it. Mike, that's what I'm telling you. They're only behind the Bucks by both the Panthers and if the Falcons could pull it together, they shouldn't have lost today. They'd be right neck and neck with the 3 games to go. Don't bet on the Bucks winning that division yet.
Yeah.
So
as for the playoffs, there's only 2 wild card spots left because Giants won, which means the Cowboys clinched a wild card.
I forgot about forget about the effect of one team losing. Yeah, like last year, we needed other teams to determine us getting into the playoffs. We needed a Saints loss. We needed a combination of things to happen. I forgot about the combination of things that have to happen for a team to advance to the wild card spot even. That's right.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be the Giants getting that 6th spot, and I think it's going to be the Lions getting the 7th spot.
Okay, that means we'll be playing the Giants, and Minnie will have to play the Lions.
Detroit.
Yeah, I'm telling people right now, watch out for the Lions. I just want everybody to know. I saw that. I'm telling you. So, yeah, let Minnie get the Lions first.
Yeah, hopefully the Lions get taken out because I'd rather face the Vikings over the Lions.
Mm-hmm. I would too, and I'd like to see the Lions have to play Philly.
Because the 49ers aren't going to give up 33 points in the 4th quarter to the Vikings.
Oh, right. That's the only thing I can say was I was mad as hell after the game. All right, Vikings, I dare you. I dare you to let the 49ers have 30 points in the first half. We'll bury you. And I'm talking about throw the dirt on top of it. I was getting so mad. I was pissed. I was like, Indy. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. You know, Merrick, like we said, there's really no team we need to be concerned with. I just didn't want that. I couldn't handle it. So, you know. Anyway, Merrick, midweek I'll be looking for you. You know, happy holiday time. And
all right. Got any Christmas plans?
Yeah, I'm on Debo watch. I'll make sure that he doesn't get too much macaroni and cheese, since that's his favorite dish. So he can heal up and get in shape before the playoffs. So yeah, that's my plan for the.
Why don't you put him on a Weight Watchers diet?
That's it. You got to physically watch him, as you see him as his wife sits that huge plate with the peak on it of macaroni and cheese. Yeah, honey, because I got your favorite. Oh wait, whoa, Debo! They sit me over here to make sure that you watch what you eat. Now listen. I'll give you a small bowl. All right. I want you to eat a lot of protein. There's a lot of meat over here and everything. Maybe have a glass of milk, but this has got to. Let's keep these carbohydrates and cheese out of the way, okay? Debo, you can do it, man. You got to lean out a little bit. You'll heal up faster and you can stay in condition. See, he got paid a lot, Merrick. The only thing on his mind now is that swimming pool he was bragging about, and macaroni and cheese. He thinks he can run over people still. Okay. Anyway. Mick, we'll tell you what, I'll see you midweek, man.
I'll talk to you at the middle of the week from the beach. I'll be at the beach.
Look at you. That's the way to do it. All right, Mick. Have a great night.
Thank you.
J&D, Tariq Woolen is the best corner in the NFL, and he's a rookie. Gene, how many plays did he make Thursday night? Okay. Hey, Tony, is that J&D talking to you about Woolen?
No, I'm talking to Billy Lee about the Colts.
Oh, okay, because J&D's out here talking comedy. Boy, Tariq Woolen is the best corner in the NFL. I don't understand where he gets that from, because I seen a dude over in both Denver and also the Jets. I don't think Woolen's much better than they are. Tony, come on in, man. What's going on?
Yeah, Ronbo, the Colts should have won that game. I bet you Matt Ryan said, damn, am I still in Atlanta? Here we go again.
You know?
Because of all the comebacks that's happened to us over the years.
You know.
That was crazy.
That is kind of scary. He's been involved in two of the biggest comebacks of all time. One in the Super Bowl.
2009,
and one.
We had about 4 comeback games. When Julio was still in his prime. The Dallas game, Chicago, Detroit, and I can't remember who else in that 2019 season before it all blew up, all comebacks.
That's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody in Louisiana has got a doll looking just like him, and they're sticking pins in it all the time. That's just crazy.
Yeah. That was Ronbo. That shouldn't have happened.
I know. 33 points, and I saw this 36-7 in the fourth. That's just, man.
You know, remember I was telling you with the Colts, they have 2 of them were out. 5 Pro Bowlers on their defense. 3 of them are all pro, but Darius Leonard's been out for most of the season, so that's 1 gone.
Yeah.
And they're anymore. They're all pro corner from last year. He was out, but you still got Pro Bowler Stephon Gilmore, Pro Bowler not defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. He didn't do nothing, and all pro DeForest Buckner played in that game.
Mm-hmm. And some of those other guys on that defensive unit, they're not bad, not to that point. So what in the world is wrong? Maybe they don't appreciate the other coach getting fired. I say those are the things I'm talking about.
All year. They were 8th in defense all year until they got to Dallas, and I think they slipped to 14th after giving up the 50-something points, and now they're slipping more. Maybe, you know what it is, Ronbo? You know, with the coaching situation, maybe they're not responding to Saturday.
You know, I thought about that immediately too, because Jeff Saturday, there may have been some other candidates, and there's a lot of controversy behind Jeff getting that job, because Jeff Saturday is good friends with, is it the owner or who? Somebody. So
Ursay could play for him. Yep.
Yeah. So you know you can't. if the players resent him, you know,
Yeah. Well,
you're going to have issues like you've seen just yesterday.
well, the backup running back to Jonathan Taylor, right, Raheem Himes, the third down guy, he requested a trade, and they traded him to Buffalo for who was they got? The guy from Utah who played pretty well. He had 75 yards because he was mad about the Just Saturday thing behind closed doors.
Yeah.
He said he demanded a trade, so they traded him 2 days later to Buffalo, which he's now up there in their running back rotation, right? Raheem Himes.
This is why people don't understand, Tony, the value of building a good rapport in the clubhouse. If you're the coaches, these guys need to follow you like you're the guru, you're the leader. You are the one. And if you don't have that, your players go out there assing around. That's what's going on somewhat to some degree also in Tampa Bay. Quiet as it's being kept.
I think Tampa Bay misses Bruce Arians, Ronbo, because remember, Bruce Arians was no nonsense. You do what he say or get off the field. Look what they did with Antonio Brown. Bruce Arians was an offensive mastermind, and you're going to do it his way. You know, Brady did it Arians' way, but now you see that with the coaches they got now, Brady changing stuff and doing this and doing that.
Brady's holding his own practices. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, but Bruce Arians wouldn't have put up with that.
No. That's disrespectful. The thing is, that means, and Brady's actually, even though they said it wasn't an issue, but it was, Brady actually fired Bruce.
He's upstairs in the front office.
Well, they got him off the field because the owner probably said, Tom, I'm not going to fire him. But listen, we're going to get you another situation down here on the field where you can be a little more in charge. Because Tom came over to Bruce on a couple of occasions. Because, his temperament, Tom gets pissed off. And he just goes off. And I can just see Tom's one of those guys come on the sideline, you know what, if you let me handle this, we'd be in better shape. And, Bruce Arians, that's an old gunfighter, too. So, he don't care if you're Tom Brady. I could see that being a real problem.
Yep. But Ronbo also, man, Minnesota, I think Green Bay going to beat Minnesota because Green Bay, they're in the hunt now at 6, and they're going to win tomorrow night and be 6-8. They're in the hunt. Try to get one of them wild card spots. So, and Christian Watson balling.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get Romeo Dobbs.
Wait, hey, does Green Bay play? Do they play tomorrow night? Is that Monday Night Football? Green Bay?
They're gonna whip the Rams tomorrow night.
Oh, that's right. Where my Rams at? Rams, what's your good?
Aaron Donald's not playing tomorrow.
Who?
Aaron Donald's out. I don't even think he made the trip to Green Bay. Aaron Donald's not
it's
playing.
It's too cold.
And I heard you say McVay is looking for television deals.
Somebody put that in the chat, but you know the chat be clouded. Somebody I didn't put the money amount, but they have McVay's entertaining thoughts of going back to the booth. He's been offered a contract by somebody. Who put that up there? Were you serious? Nah, everybody know about it by now.
Yeah, because they should clean house. And Ron, I put up earlier in the chat about the draft order from 1 to 9. I think we're 7th because Ronbo, we're 5-9 with Carolina and Nolan's true enough. But Ronbo, we're 1-4 in our division. There's no way with one division game left. We're gonna have a start.
If the Bucks are, what are they, 6 wins right now?
6-8, and everybody else is 5-9.
But if the Bucks are 6-11. And you guys, win a couple of more games, how do they get the good? If you go ahead of them in the numbers, not division play, if you go ahead of them in the numbers, you still can't win the division?
Yeah, we can. But we play Baltimore on Saturday. If Lamar Jackson will be back. Let's see what happens.
Is Lamar coming back?
He's coming back for that one.
Ain't that a shame? He could pick another time to come back, couldn't he?
That's okay. That's all right. But we got Baltimore. And then we got Arizona at home, and then we played Tampa at home our last game. That game might decide it.
Wouldn't that be fun if that game is the decider? Because I tell you right now, you're going to beat Arizona. Arizona is not going to hurt nobody. If you could just find a way to beat them. And something about the Ravens is they're very weirdly inconsistent too. When you assume they're just going to beat hell out of somebody, I understand Lamar wasn't there yesterday, but the thing is, they've had that problem through the year when Lamar was out there. They're just a strange team. So,
And running back Tyler Algier out of BYU, His coming out party was today, Ronbo. 17 carries for $139.
Is that Ravens running back?
No, that was our fifth round draft.
Oh yeah,
BYU.
Because I saw the Ravens running back today. I was watching highlights. I said, "Damn, who is that?"
J.K. Dobbins. He's back from that injury. Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah, and your running back is who?
Tyler Algier out of BYU.
BYU is like when they have somebody worth a damn, they're really good. They don't put out a lot of blue chip players that go to the NFL, but of the ones that they do put out, they usually make a statement. You look at Fred Warner, and this running back you're talking about. There's others. You look at Steve Young. When they come out of BYU, they are usually special if they even make it into the NFL. It's a very interesting thing.
Except for Zach Wilson.
I think Zach ruins everything. Did he? I got to go. Oh, that's the game I got to watch. I haven't watched yet. How did Zach do yesterday? They lost.
He threw for 317. They lost. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but they lost.
Mike.
Missed the field goal at the end.
Mike White. You know, because players on the team, Tony, you saw it. Jets players are running around with Mike White T-shirts on. Can you imagine your Zach Wilson as they walk by you? Yeah, nice shirt, guy. Thanks.
Hey, Rob, they just flashed a stat on ESPN. Right now, if the playoffs were to start now, it would be you guys would play either Washington or the Giants.
Yeah.
Washington, the Giants, and the Dallas are the 3 wild card teams. Seattle is out in the hunt. They're out.
G. Don't tell GD. It'll kill him. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're out. I just seen it on NFL Network. And it's funny. Draft coming up. You got the Rams with the 4th or 5th overall pick. Denver with the 4th overall pick. The Rams with the 5th overall pick. And neither one of them get to keep the pick because of Russell Wilson and the Golden Boy. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Tony, are there any good quarterbacks in the draft this year?
The kid from Ohio State, the kid from Alabama, which I don't know about the kid from Alabama, but they say he's good. I like the kid from Ohio State.
See, Rams, it's like that kid is gonna have that little picture that says things like, "See, we could have been together."
But now Detroit gets that pick, that number 5 pick. Plus, guess what? They keep their own first round pick.
Here's the thing.
And Detroit, then Denver with Russell Wilson, man. Denver gave up too much.
They did.
Russell Wilson,
and
man.
Russell ain't doing jack. But here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you about. I'm telling everybody about Detroit. Listen, they got how many first-round picks?
They got 2. They got theirs, and they got the 5th overall, the Rams pick. Plus, they got the Rams 2nd-round pick.
Tony.
They got 2 first and 2 second.
Tony, we can only laugh so hard. I'm telling you right now, they're building something over there.
No.
Now, next year, with those picks, they can really bolster that team even. You know, God dang it, Rams. Anyway.
And Don Berg going to be talking major poo-poo.
Oh, I know. He'll be, oh, my God.
And Desmond Ridder didn't play bad, Ronbo. He didn't play bad at all.
I'm going to go watch it. I got a lot of games I want to watch. I believe you. Tony, I'm going to go. Hey, I'll be back Wednesday, though. All right? Hopefully you got some time for us.
Yes, sir.
You always do.
Enjoy the game tomorrow night. It's going to be a classic comedy blowout. I'm going to enjoy it.
Rams! Worst meltdown after a Super Bowl win in the history.
Ever.
All right, Tony.
Yes, sir. I will see you Wednesday, man. Enjoy your day off.
All right, you too. Thanks, man. Here goes Tony.
Take care.
Hey, we are mutual haters of that team called the Rams. Music playing on my headphones here. Anyway, I tell you what, it's time to say goodnight. And we're going to do just that. So, anyway, midweek, I might be back. Let's see what happens. I may be back Tuesday. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Because usually I like to wait till Kyle comes in and speaks. So, all right. Anyway, it's been, and Colts, please, God, you really hurt my feelings. Thanks for Constitution Night, fam. And please subscribe. We have a good time like this. And listen, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, know this. the Hawks and Rams come by every now and then. If you're a 49er fan, they come by just to let us clown them, and we really do. It's a lot of fun. Texas boy. And there's all kind of people coming in that have no business in here. So they're they're what you call comedy relief. I just wish I could get more Raider fans in here. Woo! Maybe hit the like before you go. I'll see you midweek. Niners! Night, Gene D.